go. All right. What's up, y'all? We are live for the 2024 presidential debate. Joe Biden and Trump going at it. So we're going to pop right into it. I'm a few minutes behind, but we didn't really miss too much here. Let's get situated and go right into it. See what happens
Just
for tonight.
To pay us a lot of money, reduce our deficit tremendously, and give us a lot of power for other things. But he made us.
Let me know if you guys hear everything good. All right, what's up? What's up?
The largest tax cut in history. I also gave you the largest regulation cut in history. That's why we had all the jobs, and the jobs went down, and then they bounced back. And he's taking credit for bounce back jobs. You can't do that. He also said he inherited 9% inflation. No. He inherited almost no inflation, and it stayed that way for 14 months, and then it blew up under his leadership because they spent money like a bunch of people that didn't know what they were doing, and they don't know what they were doing. It was the worst, probably the worst administration in history. There's never been. And as far as Afghanistan is concerned, I was getting out of Afghanistan, but we were getting out with dignity, with strength, with power. He got out. It was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country's life.
President Trump, over the last 8 years, under both of your administrations, the national debt soared to record highs. And according to a new nonpartisan analysis, President Trump, your administration approved $8.4 trillion in new debt, while so far, President Biden, you've approved $4.3 trillion in new debt. So, former President Trump, many of the tax cuts that you signed into law are set to expire next year. You want to extend them and go even further, you say. With the U.S. facing trillion-dollar deficits and record debt, why should top earners and corporations pay even less in taxes than they do now?
Because the tax cuts spurred the greatest economy that we've ever seen just prior to COVID. And even after COVID, it was so strong that we were able to get through COVID much better than just about any other country. But we spurred, that tax spurred. Now, when we cut the taxes, as an example, the corporate tax was cut down to 21% from 39%, plus beyond that. We took in more revenue with much less tax, and companies were bringing back trillions of dollars back into our country. The country was going like never before, and we were ready to start paying down debt. We were ready to start using the liquid gold right under our feet, the oil and gas right under our feet.
I mean, I remember when he was president, we definitely, money was better. Like the economy financially was better.
We did a lot to fix it. I gave him an unbelievable situation with all of the therapeutics and all of the things that we came up with. We gave him something great. Remember, more people died under his administration, even though we had largely fixed it. More people died under his administration than our administration, and we were right in the middle of it, something which a lot of people don't like to talk about. But he had far more people dying in his administration. He did the mandate, which is a disaster, mandating it. The vaccine went out. He did a mandate on the vaccine, which is the thing that people most objected to about the vaccine. And he did a very poor job, just a very poor job. And I will tell you, not only poor there, but throughout the entire world, we're no longer respected as a country. They don't respect our leadership. They don't respect the United States anymore. We're like a third world nation between weaponization of his election, trying to go after his political opponent, all of the things he's done. We've become like a third world nation, and it's a shame. The damage he's done to our country. And I'd love to ask him, and will, why he allowed millions of people to come in here from prisons, jails, and mental institutions to come into our country and destroy our country.
He's about to cook him on the immigration thing.
We will get to immigration later.
He's about to cook him on that.
President Biden, I want to give you an opportunity to respond to this question about the national debt.
He had the largest national debt of any president in a 4-year period, number one. Number two, that $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. I mean, billionaires in America. And what's happening?
He's stumbling already, bro.
Where they, in fact, pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, or 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 million, billion dollars, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our health care system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible.
Look at him stuttering.
With the COVID.
Bro, there's no way he's capable of doing another 4 years.
Everything we have to do with, look, if
he's falling apart.
we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Wait,
Well, he's right.
did he just call? He
Medicare.
saved
He
him.
beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare.
The moderator
because
just saved his
all of
ass.
These people are coming in.
Bro.
They're putting them on Medicare. They're putting them on Social Security. They're going to destroy Social Security. This man is going to single-handedly destroy Social Security. These millions and millions of people coming in, they're trying to put them on Social Security. He will wipe out Social Security. He will wipe out Medicare. So he was right in the way he finished that sentence, and it's a shame. What's happened to our country in the last 4 years is not to be believed. Foreign countries, I'm friends with a lot of people, they cannot believe what happened to the United States of America.
He looks confused.
They no longer respect it. They don't like us. We give them everything they want, and they think we're stupid. They think we're very stupid people. What we're doing for other countries, and they do nothing for us. What this man has done is absolutely criminal.
Thank you, President Trump. Dana?
This is the first presidential election since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. This morning, the court
I don't like
ruled
how
on
they're
yet another
regulating
abortion
this,
case,
moderating this. They're saving, they're throwing him a lifeline by cutting him off.
Continue in Idaho, despite that state's restrictive ban. Former President Trump, you take credit for the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, which returned the issue of abortion to the states.
Correct.
However, the federal government still plays a role in whether or not women have access to abortion pills. They're used in about 2/3 of all abortions. As president, would you block abortion medication?
First of all, the Supreme Court just approved the abortion pill, and I agree with their decision to have done that, and I will not block it. And if you look at this whole question that you're asking, complex but not really complex. 51 years ago, you had Roe v. Wade, and everybody wanted to get it back to the states. Everybody, without exception. Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives, everybody wanted it back. Religious leaders. And what I did is I put 3 great Supreme Court justices.
Of all the people who run for president, these are the 2 we have to choose from. Exactly, bro.
Killing Roe v. Wade and moving it back to the states. This is something that everybody wanted. Now, 10 years ago or so, they started talking about how many weeks and how many this, getting into other things. But every legal scholar throughout the world, the most respected, wanted it brought back to the states. I did that. Now the states are working it out. If you look at Ohio, it was
poor Joe looks like he's trying to process what he's saying.
It was a little bit more liberal than you would have thought. Kansas, I would say the same thing. Texas is different. Florida is different. But they're all making their own decisions right now. And right now, the states control it. That's the vote of the people. Like Ronald Reagan, I believe in the exceptions. I am a person that believes. And frankly, I think it's important to believe in the exceptions. Some people, you have to follow your heart. Some people don't believe in that. But I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother. I think it's very important. Some people don't. Follow your heart. But you have to get elected also. And because that has to do with other things. You got to get elected. The problem they have is they're radical because they will take the life of a child in the 8th month, the 9th month, and even after birth. After birth, if you look at the former governor of Virginia, he was willing to do this. He said, we'll put the baby aside and we'll determine what we do with the baby, meaning we'll kill the baby. What happened is we brought it back to the states, and the country is now coming together on this issue. It's been a great thing.
I don't know about that, bro.
President Biden?
It's been a terrible thing. The fact is that the vast majority of constitutional scholars supported Roe when it was decided. Supported Roe. And that's this idea that they're all against it is just ridiculous. And this is the guy who says the state should be able to have it. We're in a state where in 6 weeks, you don't even know whether you're pregnant or not, but you cannot see a doctor, and have him decide on what your circumstances are, whether you need help. The idea that states are able to do this is a little like saying we're going to turn civil rights back to the states. Let each state have a different rule. Look, there's so many young women who have been.
I mean, that's a good point.
A young woman who just was murdered, and he went to the funeral. The idea that she was murdered by an immigrant coming in. They talk about that, but here's the deal: there's a lot of young women are being raped by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters, it's just ridiculous. And they can
we fact check that? Like, what's the percentage of
across state lines?
Thank you.
Yeah, they keep saving him.
Murdered.
What the fuck
by the
is
same
that?
People he allows to come across our border. We have a border that's the most dangerous place anywhere in the world.
I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt. Every time he starts jibber-jabbering and stumbling, they cut him off to throw back to Trump. This shit is rigged, bro. Let us see him blabber his mouth, because he's semi-coherent.
In many cases, it's frankly a very liberal decision. In many cases, it's the opposite. But they're voting, and it's bringing it back to the vote of the people, which is what everybody wanted, including the founders, if they knew about this issue, which frankly they didn't. But they would have. Everybody wanted brought back. Ronald Reagan.
Get your snacks, y'all. I got some cashews and some almonds.
Everybody wanted it brought back, and many
presidents
had tried to get it back. I was the one to do it. And again, this gives it the vote of the people.
This is a shit show.
And that's where they wanted it. Every legal scholar wanted it that way.
Staying on the topic of abortion, President Biden, 7
it's CNN.
states. I'll let you do that. This is the same topic. 7 states have no legal restrictions on how far into a pregnancy a woman can obtain an abortion. Do you support any legal limits on how late a woman should be able to terminate a pregnancy?
I support Roe v. Wade, which had 3 trimesters. The first time is between the woman and the doctor. Second time is between the doctor and an extreme situation. The third time is between the doctor, between the woman and the state. The idea that the politicians, that the founders wanted the politicians to be the ones making decisions about women's health is ridiculous. That's the last. No politician should be making that decision. A doctor should be making those decisions. That's how it should be run. That's what you're going to do. And if I'm elected, I'm going to restore Roe v. Wade.
Sup, Slap? Thank you.
That means he can take the life of the baby in the 9th month and even after birth, because some states, Democrat run, take it after birth. Again, the former governor of Virginia, put the baby down, then we decide what to do with it. So he's willing to, as we say, rip the baby out of the womb in the 9th month and kill the baby.
So,
nobody
Joker?
wants that to happen.
Is he reading up the script?
Democrat or Republican, nobody wants it to happen.
That is simply not true. The Roe v. Wade does not provide for that. That's not the circumstance. Only if a woman's life is in danger, she's going to die. That's the only circumstance in which that can happen. But we are not for late-term abortion, period. Period, period.
Under Roe v. Wade, you have late-term abortion. You can do whatever you want, depending on the state. You can do whatever you want. We don't think that's a good thing. We think it's a radical thing. We think the Democrats are the radicals, not the Republicans.
For 51 years, that was the law. 51 years, constitutional scholarship said it was the right way to go. 51 years, and it was taken away because this guy put very conservative members on the Supreme Court. He takes credit for taking it away. What's he going to do? What's he going to do, in fact, if the MAGA Republicans, he gets elected, and the MAGA Republicans control the Congress, and they pass a universal ban on abortion, period, across the board at 6 weeks or 7 or 8 or 10 weeks, something very, very conservative. Is he going to sign that bill? I'll veto it. He'll sign it.
Thank you.
Let's turn now to the issue of immigration and border security.
Here we go.
President Biden, a record number of
guys, real quick,
illegally crossed
follow on
the
Kick
southern
and
border on your
YouTube
watch.
in case IG takes the stream down, because this is controversial.
Overburdening cities such as New York and Chicago, and in some cases
my
causing real
hometown.
safety and security concerns. Given that, why should voters trust you to solve this crisis?
Because we worked very hard to get a bipartisan agreement that not only changed all of that.
He kind of botched this whole immigration, illegal immigration thing.
Where you had no circumstance where they could come across the border with the number of border police there are now. We significantly increased the number of asylum officers. Significantly, by the way, the Border Patrol endorsed my position. In addition to that, we found ourselves in a situation where when he was president, he was separating babies from their mothers, putting them in cages, making sure the families were separated.
What did he do so different?
That's not the right way to go. What I've done since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. That's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban.
People in Chicago right now.
The total initiative relative to
it don't make no sense to me.
More Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
They flooded.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country. The border, all he had to do was leave it. All he had to do was leave it. He decided to open up our border, open up our country to people that are from prisons.
Yeah.
People that are from mental institutions.
Bro, all over Chicago, we got all illegals
terrorists.
over here.
We have the largest number of terrorists coming into our country right now. All terrorists, all over the world, not just in South America, all over the world. They come from the Middle East, everywhere. All over the world, they're pouring in. And this guy just left it open. And he didn't need legislation because I didn't have legislation. I said, close the border. We had the safest border in history. In that final couple of months of my presidency, we had, according to Border Patrol, who is great, and by the way, who endorsed me for president, but I won't say that, but they endorsed me for president. Brandon, just speak to him. But look, we had the safest border in history. Now we have the worst border in history. There's never been anything like it. And people are dying all over the place, including the people that are coming up in caravans.
Thank you, President Trump. President Biden?
The only terrorist who's done anything across the border
good point.
is one who came along and killed under his administration, killed an Al-Qaeda person come in his administration.
What?
Kill 3 American soldiers. Kill 3 American soldiers. That's the only terrorist that's there. I'm not saying that no terrorist ever got through, but the idea they're emptying their prisons, we're welcoming these people, that's simply not true. There's no data to support what he said. Once again, he's exaggerating, he's lying.
President Trump, staying on the topic of immigration,
you
said that you're going to carry out,
y'all.
quote, the largest domestic deportation operation in American history, unquote. Does that mean that you will deport every undocumented immigrant in America, including those who have jobs, including those whose spouses are citizens, and including those who have lived here for decades? And if so, how will you do it?
Just 1 second. He said we killed 3 people. The people we killed are al-Baghdadi and Soleimani, the 2 greatest terrorists, biggest terrorists anywhere in the world, and it had a huge impact on everything, not just border, on everything. He's the one that killed people with the bad water, including hundreds of thousands of people dying, and also killing our citizens when they come in. We are living right now in a rat's nest. They're killing our people in New York, in California.
They're going to milk that. They're going to milk the New York situation, which is a tragedy. They're going to milk that.
Every state is now a border.
We're going to hear about that a lot.
Ridiculous, insane, and very stupid policies. People are coming in and they're killing our citizens at a level that we've never seen. We call it migrant crime. I call it Biden migrant crime. They're killing our citizens at a level that we've never seen before. And you're reading it like these 3 incredible young girls over the last few days. One of them, I just spoke to the mother, and they just had the funeral for this girl. 12 years old.
Yeah.
This is horrible what's taken place. What's taken place in our country, we're literally an uncivilized country now. He doesn't want it to be. He just doesn't know. He opened the borders. Nobody's ever seen anything like. And we have to get a lot of these people out, and we have to get them out fast because they're going to destroy our country. Just take a look at where they're living. They're living in luxury hotels in New York City and other places. Our veterans are on the street. They're dying because he doesn't care about our veterans. He doesn't care. He doesn't like the military at all, and he doesn't care about our veterans. Nobody been worse. I had the highest approval rating for veterans taking care of the VA. He has the worst. He's gotten rid of all the things that I approved. Choice that I got through Congress, all of the different things I approved, they abandoned. We had by far the highest, and now it's down in less than half because he's done all these great things that we did. And I think he did it just because I approved it, which is crazy. But he has killed so many people at our border by allowing all of these people to come in. And it's a very sad day in America.
President Biden, you have the mic.
Every single thing he said is a lie. Every single one. For example,
this is like a lie show.
Are a hell of a lot better off since I passed the PACT Act. 1 million of them now have insurance, and their families have it. Their families have it because what happened, whether it was Agent Orange or burn pits, they're all being covered now. And his group opposed that. We're also in a situation where we have great respect for veterans. My son spent a year in Iraq, living next to one of those burn pits, came back with stage 4 glioblastoma. I was recently in France for D-Day, and I spoke all about those heroes that died. I went to the World War I cemetery he refused to go to. He was standing with his 4-star general, and he told me, he said, I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers.
What?
My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
President Trump?
Ian, personal, bro.
First of all, that was a made-up quote, suckers and losers. They made it up. It was in a third-rate magazine that's failing, like many of these magazines. He made that up. He put it in commercials. We've notified him. We had 19 people that said I didn't say it. And think of this. Who would say I'm at a cemetery or I'm talking about our veterans? Because nobody's taken better care. I'm so glad this came up, and he brought it up. There's nobody that's taken better care of our soldiers than I have. To think that I would, in front of generals and others, say suckers and losers. We have 19 people that said it was never said by me. It was made up by him, just like Russia was made up, just like the 51 intelligence agents are made up, just like the new thing with the 16 economists are talking. It's the same thing. 51 intelligence agents said that the laptop was Russia disinformation.
Oh,
it wasn't.
He's going to bring up
That came
Hunter?
from his son, Hunter.
Oh, here we go.
Russia disinformation. He made up the suckers and losers.
This is going to get ugly,
He should
y'all.
apologize
This is going to get real
me
ugly.
right now.
Four-star general standing to your side who was on your staff who said you said it, period. That's number one. And number two, the idea that I have to apologize to you for anything along the line. We've done more for veterans than any president has in American history. And they now are in their family. The only sacred obligation we have as a country is to care for our veterans when they come home and their families and equip them when they go to war. That's what we're doing. That's what the VA is doing now. They're doing more for veterans than ever before in our history.
All right, thank you so much.
Let's move to the topic of foreign policy. I want to begin with Russia's war against Ukraine, which is now in its third year. Former President Trump, Russian President Vladimir Putin says he'll only end this war if Russia keeps the Ukrainian territory it has already claimed and Ukraine abandons its bid to join NATO. Are Putin's terms acceptable to you?
First of all, our veterans and our soldiers can't stand this guy. They can't stand him. They think he's the worst commander-in-chief, if that's what you call him, that we've ever had. They can't stand him. So let's get that straight.
I'm a veteran. I don't really care for Joe.
More than just about any of them.
I ain't gonna lie.
And that's based on every single bit of information. As far as Russia and Ukraine, if we had a real president, the president that was respected by Putin, he would have never invaded Ukraine. A lot of people are dead right now, much more than people know. You know, they talk about numbers. You can double those numbers, maybe triple those numbers. He did nothing to stop it. In fact, I think he encouraged Russia from going in. I'll tell you what happened. He was so bad with Afghanistan. It was such a horrible embarrassment, most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, that when Putin watched that and he saw the incompetence, that he should have fired those generals, like I fired the one that you mentioned. And so he's got no love lost. But he should have fired those generals. No general got fired for the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, Afghanistan, where we left billions of dollars of equipment behind. We lost 13 beautiful soldiers, and 38 soldiers were obliterated. And by the way, we left people behind, too. We left American citizens behind. When Putin saw that, he said, you know what? I think we're going to go in and maybe
he's writing notes. He has a notepad. They're writing notes on the
I talked to him about it, his dream. The difference is he never would have invaded Ukraine. Never. Just like Israel would have never been invaded in a million years by Hamas.
Seized with 18 months, my brother. What's up, bro?
Iran was broke with me. I wouldn't let anybody do business with them. They ran out of money. They were broke. They had no money for Hamas. They had no money for anything. No money for terror. That's why you had no terror at all during my administration. This place, the whole world is blowing up under him.
Holy hell.
President Biden?
I've never heard so much malarkey in my whole life.
Malarkey?
Is that. We're in a situation where, let's take the last point first. Iran attacked American troops, caused brain damage for a number of these troops, and he did nothing about it. Recently, not when he was president. They attacked. He said they're just having headaches. That's all it is. He didn't do a thing when the attack took place, number one. Number two, we got over 100,000 Americans and others out of Afghanistan during that airlift. Number three, we found ourselves in a situation where, if you take a look at what Trump did in Ukraine, this guy told Trump, do whatever you want, do whatever you want. And that's exactly what Trump did to Putin, encourage him, do whatever you want. And he went in. And listen to what he said when he went in. He was going to take Kyiv in 5 days, remember? Because it's part of the old Soviet Union. That's what he wanted to reestablish, Kyiv. And he, in fact, didn't do it at all. He wasn't able to get it done. And they've lost thousands and thousands of troops, 500,000 troops.
President Trump,
I never said that.
For 1 minute.
Yo, what if they said Putin will stand down if Trump's elected? That'd be crazy.
To you, keeping the territory in Ukraine.
No, they're not acceptable. But look, this is a war that never should have started. If we had a leader in this war, he led everybody along. He's given $200 billion now or more to Ukraine. He's given $200 billion. That's a lot of money. I don't think there's ever been anything like it.
Yeah, we give him a lot of money.
Every time that Zelensky comes to this country, he walks away with $60 billion. He's the greatest salesman ever. And I'm not knocking him. I'm not knocking anything. I'm only saying the money that we're spending on this war.
Yeah, we spent a lot. We're not even directly involved, man.
It should have never happened. I will have that war settled between Putin and Zelensky as president-elect before I take office on January 20th. I'll have that war settled. People being killed so needlessly, so stupidly, and I will get it settled, and I'll get it settled fast before I take office.
President Biden, you have a minute.
The fact is that Putin is a war criminal. He's killed thousands and thousands of people. And he has made one thing clear. He wants to reestablish what was part of the Soviet Empire, not just a piece. He wants all of Ukraine. That's what he wants. And then you think he'll stop there? Do you think he'll stop when if he takes Ukraine? What do you think happens to Poland? What do you think of Belarus? What do you think happens to those NATO countries? And so if you want a war, you ought to find out what
he ain't really going to take it.
If, in fact, he does what he says and walks away. And by the way,
what's up,
all that money we give Ukraine are from weapons we make here in the United States. We give them the weapons, not the money at this point. And our NATO allies have produced as much funding for Ukraine as we have. That's why we're strong.
Thank you. Moving on to the Middle East. In October, Hamas attacked Israel, killing more than 1,000 people and taking hundreds of hostages. Among those held and thought to still be alive are 5 Americans. Israel's response has killed thousands of Palestinians and created a humanitarian crisis in Gaza. President Biden, you've put forward a proposal to resolve this conflict. But so far, Hamas has not released the remaining hostages, and Israel is continuing its military offensive in Gaza. So what additional leverage will you use to get Hamas and Israel to end the war? You have 2 minutes.
Let's see what they say about this.
Everyone from the United Nations Security Council straight through to the G7 to the Israelis and Netanyahu himself have endorsed the plan I put forward, which has 3 stages to it. The first stage is trade the hostages for a ceasefire. Second phase is a ceasefire with additional conditions. The third phase is the end of the war. The only one who wants the war to continue is Hamas, number one. They're the only ones standing out. We're still pushing hard to get them to accept.
I was in the Marine Corps.
In the meantime, what's happened? In Israel, we're finding that the only thing I've denied Israel was 2,000-pound bombs. They don't work very well in populated areas. They kill a lot of innocent people.
He is the current POTUS,
providing Israel with all the weapons they need and when they need them. And by the way, I'm the guy that organized the world against Iran when they had a full-blown intercontinental ballistic missile attack on Israel. No one was hurt. No one Israeli was accidentally killed, and it just stopped. We saved Israel. We are the biggest producer of support for Israel of anyone in the world. And so there are 2 different things. Hamas cannot be allowed to be continued. We continue to send our experts and our intelligence people as to how they can get Hamas like we did bin Laden. You don't have to do it. And by the way, they've been greatly weakened, Hamas, greatly weakened, and they should be. They should be eliminated. But you've got to be careful for using certain weapons among population centers.
PG said, I'm tired of all these old geriatric running us up on the snag. True.
We have an ocean separating us. The European nations together have spent $100 billion or maybe more than that, less than us. Why doesn't he call them and say, you got to put up your money like I did with NATO? I got them to put up hundreds of billions of dollars. The Secretary General of NATO said Trump did the most incredible job I've ever seen. They wouldn't have any. They were going out of business. We were spending almost 100% of the money was paid by us. He didn't do that. He's getting all. You got to ask these people to put up the money. We're over $100 billion more spent, and it has a bigger impact on them because of location, because we have an ocean in between. You got to ask them. As far as Israel and Hamas, Israel's the one that wants to go. He said the only one that wants to keep going is Hamas. Actually, Israel is the one, and you should let him go and let him finish the job. He doesn't want to do it. He's become like a Palestinian, but they don't like him because he's a very bad Palestinian. He's a weak one.
Oh, shit.
President Biden, you have a minute.
I've never heard so much foolishness. This is a guy who wants to get out of NATO. Are you going to stay in NATO? He's going to pull out of NATO. The idea that we have, our strength lies in our alliances as well.
I mean, the EU, I mean, you can't pull out of the EU. It can be done.
Europe, a major war in Europe. What happens if, in fact, you have Putin continue to go into NATO? We have an Article 5 agreement. Attack on one is attack on all. You want to start the nuclear war he keeps talking about, go ahead. Let Putin go in and control Ukraine and then move on to Poland and other places. See what happens then. He has no idea what the hell he's talking about. And by the way, I got 50 other nations around the world to support Ukraine, including Japan and South Korea, because they understand that this kind of dislocation has a serious threat to the whole world peace. No major war in Europe has ever been able to be contained just to Europe.
President Trump, just to follow up, would you support the creation of an independent Palestinian state in order to achieve peace in the region?
I'd have to see, but before we do that, the problem we have is that we spend all the money. So they kill us on trade. I made great trade deals with the European nations.
He deflected that real quick.
Because if you add them up, they're about the same size economically. Their economy is about the same size as the United States. And they were no cars, they don't want anything that we have. But we're supposed to take their cars, their food, their everything, their agriculture. I changed that. But the big thing I changed is they don't want to pay. And the only reason that he can play games with NATO is because I got them to put up hundreds of billions of dollars. I said, and he's right about this, I said, no, I'm not going to support NATO if you don't pay. They asked me that question, would you guard us against Russia at a very secret meeting of the 28 states at that time, nations at that time?
At a very secret meeting?
If you don't pay, I won't do that. And you know what happened? Billions and billions of dollars came flowing in the next day and the next months. But now we're in the same position. We're paying everybody's bills.
Let's turn to the issue.
He's not wrong on that part. We are,
President Trump.
Bro, our tax money be flowing out of the country. It's crazy.
After you rallied your supporters that day, some of them stormed the Capitol to stop the constitutionally mandated counting of electoral votes. As president, you swore an oath to, quote, preserve, protect, and defend, unquote, the Constitution. What do you say to voters who believe that you violated that oath through your actions and inaction on January 6th and worry that you'll do it again?
Well, I don't think too many believe that. And let me tell you about January 6th. On January 6th, we had a great border. Nobody coming through, very few. On January 6th, we were energy independent. On January 6th, we had the lowest taxes ever. We had the lowest regulations
hard
ever.
Curving the question.
On January 6th, we were respected all over the world. All over the world, we were respected. And then he comes in, and we're now laughed at. We're like a bunch of stupid people. What happened to the United States' reputation under this man's leadership is horrible, including weaponization, which I'm sure at some point you'll be talking about, where he goes after his political opponent because he can't beat him fair and square.
Oh. You have 80 seconds left. My question was, what do you say to those voters who believe that you violated your constitutional oath through your actions and inaction on January 6, 2021, and worry that you'll do it again?
Well, I didn't say that to anybody. I said peacefully and patriotically. And Nancy Pelosi, if you just watched the news from 2 days ago, on tape to her daughter, who's a documentary filmmaker, they say, but she's saying, oh, no, it's my responsibility. I was responsible for this. Because I offered her 10,000 soldiers or National Guard, and she turned them down. And the mayor of, in writing, by the way, the mayor, in writing, turned it down, the mayor of D.C. They turned it down. I offered 10,000 because I could see, I had virtually nothing to do. They asked me to go make a speech. I could see what was happening. Everybody was saying they're going to be there on January 6th. They're going to be there. And I said, you know what? There's a lot of people coming. You could feel it. You could feel it, too, and you could feel it. And I said, they ought to have some National Guard or whatever. And I offered it to her, and she now admits that she turned it down.
He didn't answer the question, y'all.
The same day she was, I don't know, she can't be very happy with her daughter because it made
He's a good
her
talker.
a liar. She said, I take full responsibility
Man just dancing
for
around the
January
question.
6th.
President Biden?
Look,
and this
he
guy
encouraged those folks to go up on Capitol Hill, number one. I sat in the dining room off the Oval Office. He sat there for 3 hours. 3 hours watching, begging.
Bad dad. Thank you, brother.
By his vice president.
Appreciate you,
and
bro.
a number of his colleagues on the Republican side as well, to do something, to call for a stop.
Man, just curving for real.
Instead, they talked about these people being patriots and great patrons of America. In fact, he says he'll now forgive them for what they've done. They've been convicted. He says he wants to commute their sentences and say that no. But he went to every single court in the nation. I don't know how many cases, scores of cases, including the Supreme Court, and they said, no, this guy is responsible for doing what was done. He did do a damn thing, and these people should be in jail, and they should be the ones who are being held accountable. And he wants to let them all out. And now he says if he loses again, such a whiner that he is, that it could be a bloodbath.
Thank you, President.
President called him a whiner.
What they've done to some people that are so innocent, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. What you have done, how you've destroyed the lives of so many people. When they ripped down Portland, when they ripped down many other cities, you go to Minnesota, Minneapolis, what they've done there with the fires all over the city. If I didn't bring in the National Guard, that city would have been destroyed. When you look at all of they took over big chunks of Seattle. I was all set to bring in the National Guard. They heard that, they saw them coming, and they left immediately. What he said about this whole subject is so off. Peacefully patriotic. One other thing. The Unselect Committee, which is basically two horrible Republicans that are all gone now, out of office, and Democrats, all Democrats, they destroyed and deleted all of the information they found because they found out we were right. We were right. And they deleted and destroyed all of the information. They should go to jail for that. If a Republican did that, they'd go to jail.
Thank you, President Trump.
Is he yapping? I think he's just yapping at this point.
The only person on this stage is a convicted felon is the man I'm looking at.
Oh! He bothers that like,
what he's telling you is simply not true. The fact is that there was no effort on his part to stop what was going on.
Hey, with Trump getting a felony, does that give him street cred, y'all?
Every one of those who are convicted deserves to be convicted.
Hey, real talk. Does Trump with a felony now give him street cred?
The windows, occupied offices, turned over desks.
Oh, he's a character. What's up,
turned over statues. The idea that those people are patriots, come on. When I asked him the first two debates we had, the debates we had first time around, I said, will you denounce the Proud Boys? He said, no, I'll tell them to stand by. The idea he's refusing, will you denounce these guys? Will you denounce the people we're talking about now? Will you denounce the people who attacked that Capitol? What are you going to do?
I'm going to give you a minute, President Trump, for a follow-up question I have. After a jury convicted you of 34 felonies last month, you said if reelected, you would, quote, have every right to go after, unquote, your political opponents. You just talked about members of the Select Committee on January 6th going to jail. Your main political opponent is standing on stage with you tonight. Can you clarify exactly what it means about you feeling you have every right to go after your political opponents?
Well, I said my retribution is going to be success. We're going to make this country successful again, because right now it's a failing nation. My retribution is going to be success. But when he talks about a convicted felon, his son is a convicted felon at a very high level. His son is convicted, going to be convicted probably numerous other times. Should have been convicted before, but his Justice Department let the statute of limitations lapse on the most important things. But he could be a convicted felon as soon as he gets out of office. Joe could be a convicted felon with all of the things that he's done. He's done horrible things. All of the death caused at the border, telling the Ukrainian people that we're going to want $1 billion or you change the prosecutor. Otherwise, you're not getting $1 billion. If I ever said that, that's quid pro quo. That we're not going to do anything. We're not going to give you $1 billion unless you change your prosecutor having to do with the son. This man is a criminal. This man, you're lucky. You're lucky. I did nothing wrong. We'd have a system that was rigged and disgusting.
He's going in, bro.
Thank you, President Trump.
He's going in.
You have said, I'm coming right to you.
This is getting nasty.
Well, you want to respond? Go ahead. I'll give you a minute to respond.
The idea that I did anything wrong.
These are the two candidates, Anthony. We're stuck with these two. Yep.
It's simply a lie, number one. Number two, the idea that you have a right to seek retribution against any American just because you're president is wrong. It's simply wrong. No president's ever spoken like that before. No president in our history has spoken like that before. Number three.
But does it mean they don't do it? Come on.
You are still charged with. And think of all the civil penalties you have. How many billions of dollars do you owe in civil penalties for molesting a woman in public, for doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant? I mean, what are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat.
I didn't have sex with a porn star, number one. Number two, that was a case that was started and moved. They moved a high-ranking official, a DOJ, into the Manhattan DA's office to start that case. That case is going to be appealed and won. We had a very terrible judge, a horrible judge, Democrat. The prosecutor were all high-ranking Democrats, appointed people, and both the civil and the criminal. He basically went after his political opponent because he thought it was going to damage me. But when the public found out about these cases, because they understand it better than he does, he has no idea what these cases are. But when they found out about these cases, you know what they did? My poll numbers went up, way up. You know that because you're reporting it. And we took in more money in the last 2 weeks than we've ever taken.
I don't think anybody cares if he banged the porn star.
Like, any campaign, I don't think any campaign.
The least of his evils.
Hundreds of millions of dollars came pouring in because the public knows it's a scam, and it's a guy that's after his political opponent because he can't win fair and square.
Thank you, President Trump. President Biden, you have said, quote, Donald Trump and his MAGA Republicans are determined to destroy American democracy. Do you believe that the tens of millions of Americans who are likely to vote for President Trump will be voting against American democracy?
The more they know about what he's done, yes. The more they know about what he's done. And there's a lot more coming. He's got a lot of cases down the road coming around. He's got a whole range of issues he has to face. I don't know what the juries will do, but I do know he has a real problem. And so the fact that, could you ever think you heard any president say that I'm going to seek retribution? Do you ever hear any president say that I thought Hitler had some good ideas? What got me involved to run in the first place after my son had died, I decided in Iraq, because of Iraq, I said I wasn't going to run again until I saw what happened in Charlottesville, Virginia. People coming out of the woods carrying swastikas on torches, and singing the same anti-Semitic bile they sang when back in Germany. And the young woman got killed. I spoke to the mother, and they asked him, they said, what do you think of those people? The ones who got killed, the one who tried to stop it, and the ones, he said, I think they're fine people on both sides. What American president would ever say, Nazis coming out of fields, carrying torches, singing the same anti-Semitic bile, carrying swastikas, were fine people? And this is the guy who says Hitler's done some good things. I'd like to know what they are. The good things Hitler's done, that's what he said. This guy has no sense of American democracy.
President Trump.
Jake, both of you know that story has been totally wiped out because when you see the sentence, it said 100% exoneration on this. So he just keeps it going. He says he ran because of Charlottesville. He didn't run because of Charlottesville. He ran because it was his last chance. He's not equipped to be president. You know it, and I know it. It's ridiculous. We have a debate. We're trying to justify his presidency. His presidency, he's without question the worst president, the worst presidency in the history of our country. We shouldn't be having a debate about it. There's nothing to debate. He made up the Charlottesville story, and you'll see it's debunked all over the place. Every reasonable anchor has debunked it. And just the other day it came out where it was fully debunked. It's a nonsense story. He knows that, and he didn't run because of Charlottesville. He used that as an excuse to run.
President Biden.
And debunked. It happened. All you have to do is listen to what was said at the time. And the idea that somehow that's the only reason I ran. I ran because I was worried a guy like this guy could get elected. If he thought they were good people coming out of that forest, carrying those woods, carrying those torches, then he didn't deserve to be president. Didn't deserve to be president at all. And the idea that he's talking about all this being fabricated, we saw with our own eyes. We saw what happened on January 6th. We saw the people breaking through the windows. We saw people occupying his own vice president. Look, there's a reason why 40 of his 44 top cabinet officers refused to endorse him this time. His vice president hasn't endorsed him this time. So why? Why? They know him well. They serve with him. Why are they not endorsing him?
Thank you, President Biden. We're going to be right back with more from the CNN presidential debate.
So we got a little bit of intermission here. Holy, I'm trying not to commentate too much, y'all, so we can actually hear them and all that stuff. So this little intermission here gives us a chance to talk. First of all, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're going to continue to watch this and talk about it. One thing I will ask of everyone, all right? I'm all cool. I believe in free speech. I believe in being able to express yourself and your thoughts. I'm not the type to shun people away if you have opposing opinions and beliefs. It's all good. All I ask is that you convey your opinions respectfully. It's all I ask. Whatever side you're on, politically, whatever, you know what I mean? That's because I hate to see that bullshit on social media. People want to ban and all this stuff because you don't agree with what I agree and all that. That's weird shit. We need more diverse opinions and conversations to be able to engage each other to find the common ground where we can actually build. I think the one area that we can all come together, no matter what side of the political side you're on, is money. Can we get the economy going? There's too many people out here in our country that are struggling, not even paycheck to paycheck, bro. People are struggling to get week to week. We need our economy to be flourishing again, so money's flowing around. Everyone has disposable income enough, to at least thrive. You know what I mean? Right now, this is the craziest I think it's ever been in my adult life. This economy has been fucking tough. You know what I mean? I see it all over the place. Family member, you know what I mean? Like you really do see it and shit. So I think if we can get united on how can we get money in the country? How can we get our money up? As a country, you know what I mean? We all talk about that saying, like, how can we get your money up? How can we as a country get our money up? And I think once we have the financial there, we have breathing room and we won't be so uptight and pressed about shit. And I really wish that was part of the central point of the conversation here. So far, we're seeing, here's my initial take on what we've seen so far from the first round of the debate. Trump doing Trump. Trump is textbook Trumping right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not surprised. I'm not, or whether that's good or bad. It's just Trump. He's doing what he does, right? He gets in, he gets asked a question, and bro just starts yapping at the mouth about this, that, and the other, and he'll take a jab at Joe, and then that's Trump. I've just come to accept him for what he is, right? On the other hand, Biden, Sleepy Joe, I have real concerns. You can hear the certain times there's a level of incoherentness, stuttering, trying to get his thoughts out. My concern here now is, do we believe if he's reelected that man is capable of making it another 4 years? And I mean making it on a couple different fronts. Like, one, making it in terms of just living. He's 80-something years old, bro. Let's be honest. He's old. He's old. He might not make it through his entire term. And then let's say that he does physically make it, but is he going to be mentally capable? Maybe he's still alive, right? But now he's not actually capable to make sound decisions. Are we going to entrust our leader of the country and our armed forces to make these kinds of decisions? I mean, the truth is, my theory, my conspiracy theory, if you will, would be this: they're running him to run him, and it's really gonna be Kamala Harris behind the scenes calling all the shots during his term, and then they're gonna try and run her second after his time is done. Let's get back into the conversation here. We'll pick back up my thoughts.
And in a second term, President Biden, while black unemployment dropped to a record low.
But I'm reading all your comments, even though I might not comment.
Families still earn far less.
I'm trying not to talk over the questions and stuff.
Black mothers are still 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes, and black Americans are imprisoned at 5 times the rate of white Americans. What do you say to black voters who are disappointed that you haven't made more progress?
They acknowledge they made a lot of progress, number one. The fact of the matter is,
really?
Small black businesses that have been started at any time in history. Number two, the wages of black unemployment is the lowest level it's been in a long, long time. Number three, we're providing housing for black Americans and dealing with the segregation that exists among these corporations that collude to keep people out of their houses. And in addition to that, we find that the
Good question, Josh.
impact on the
zero chance 305, I believe it.
That black families have to make relative to child care is incredibly difficult. When we did the first major piece of legislation in the past, I was able to reduce black child care costs. I cut them in half. We got to make sure we provide for child care costs. We got to make sure, because when you provide those child care protections, you increase economic growth because more people can be in the job market. So there's more to be done, considerably more to be done. But we've done a great deal so far, and I'm not letting up, and they know it.
You have 49 seconds left. What do you say to black voters who are disappointed with the progress so far?
I say I don't blame them for being disappointed. Inflation is still hurting them badly. For example, I provided for the idea that any black family, first-time home buyer, should get a $10,000 tax credit to be able to buy their first home so they can get started. I made sure that we're in a situation where all those black families and those black individuals who had to take out student loans that were ballooning, that if they were engaged,
I'm waiting for him to slip up and say the N-word. I'm waiting for him to say something.
Having to do with volunteerism. If they paid their bills for 10 years on their student debt, all the rest is forgiven after 10 years. Millions have benefited from that. And we're going to do a whole lot more for black families.
What's up,
Thank
Jen?
you, President Trump.
And he caused the inflation. He's blaming inflation.
Yeah.
And he's right.
It went up during his term.
He caused the inflation, and it's killing black families and Hispanic families and just about everybody. It's killing people.
Trump is not lying right now. He's actually not lying.
They can't. You look at the cost of food where it's doubled and tripled and quadrupled.
Yep.
They can't live. They're not living anymore. He caused this inflation. I gave him a country with essentially no inflation. It was perfect. It was so good. All he had to do is leave it alone. He destroyed it with his Green New scam and all of the other, all this money that's being thrown out the window. He caused inflation. As sure as you're sitting there.
Inflation's brutal.
It's brutal. The fact is that his big kill on the black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now. And it could be 18.
Trump is hitting big. Right? This is actually good shit for Trump.
They're taking black jobs.
His point right now.
They're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
Thank you. President Biden?
There was no inflation when I became president. You know why? The economy was flat on its back. 15% unemployment. He decimated the economy, absolutely decimated the economy. That's why there was no inflation at the time. There were no jobs. Provided thousands of millions of jobs for individuals who were involved.
All right, he's talking. Chat, let me just say this. I remember when Trump was president, the economy was better. Like, money was flowing around more than it was now, for sure. That being said, I do want to say this. What Trump said right there, definitely from like a optics standpoint, what he said right there, I think he gained points for how he addressed that, basically saying like, the illegals are taking jobs away from black and Hispanic, like Americans. I think that's going to resonate to some degree. I don't know how much, but
equity and making sure people have a shot to make it. There's a lot going on, but in inflation, he caused it by his tremendous
inflation's killing us all.
Handle the pandemic.
Getting strawberries like $7 for strawberries, bro. Suck my wiener.
2023 was the hottest year in recorded history, and communities across the country are confronting the devastating effects of extreme heat, intensifying wildfires, stronger hurricanes, and rising sea levels. Former President Trump, you've vowed to end your opponent's climate initiatives, but will you take any action as president to slow the climate crisis?
Well, let me just go back to what he said about the police, how close the police are to him. Almost every police group in the nation from every state is supporting Donald J. Trump. Almost every police group. And what he's done to the black population is horrible, including the fact that for 10 years he called them super predators. We can't, in the 1990s, we can't forget that. Super predators was his name.
Yo,
And they've taken great offense at it. Now they see it happening. But when they see what I did for criminal justice reform and for the historically black colleges and universities, where I funded them and got them all funded, and the opportunity zones with Tim, as you know, Tim Scott was incredible. He did a great job, great senator from South Carolina. He came to me with the idea, and it was a great idea. It's one of the most successful economic development acts ever in the country, opportunity zones. And the biggest beneficiary are blacks. And that's why we have the best numbers with them in maybe
NBC
ever.
just released a thing saying Biden has a cold. Where? Link it.
Numbers. He's lost much of the black population because he's done a horrible job for black people. He's also done a horrible job for Hispanics. But wait till you see these millions of people pouring into our country, and they're going to take the jobs, and it's already started, and you haven't seen anything yet. It's a disaster.
You've 38 seconds left. President Trump, will you take any action as president to slow the climate crisis?
So I want absolutely immaculate clean water, and I want absolutely clean air, and we had it. We had H2O. We had the best numbers ever, and we were using all forms of energy, all forms, everything. And yet, during my 4 years, I had the best environmental numbers ever. And my top environmental people gave me that statistic just before I walked on the stage, actually.
I don't know where the hell he's been. The idea that anything he said is true. I've passed the most extensive, climate change.
These two are funny, man. They need a reality show.
In history.
Give them a reality show, please.
And by the way, black colleges. I came up with $15 billion for HBCUs, historic black universities and colleges, because they don't have the kind of contributors that they have to build these laboratories and the like. Any black student is capable in college of doing any white student.
Yo, that was not the right thing to say. He basically saying that the
jobs in high tech
alma maters don't want to pay for their school. It's kind of like a jab.
Claiming to have done something that had the cleanest water. He hadn't done a damn thing for the environment. He pulled out of the Paris Peace Accord, Climate Accord. I immediately joined it because if we reach 1.5 degrees Celsius at any one point, there's no way back. The only existential threat to humanity is climate change, and he didn't do a damn thing about it. He wants to undo all that I've done.
The Paris Accord was going to cost us $1 trillion. And China nothing, and Russia nothing, and India nothing. It was a ripoff of the United States. And I ended it because I didn't want to waste that money because they treat us horribly. We were the only ones. It was costing us money. Nobody else was paying into it. And it was a disaster. But everything that he said just now, I'll give you an example. I heard him say before insulin. I'm the one that got the insulin down for the seniors. I took care of the seniors. What he's doing is destroying all of our medical programs because the migrants coming in, they want everybody. And look, I have the biggest heart on the stage, I guarantee you that. And I want to take care of people. But we're destroying our country. They're taking over our schools, our hospitals, and they're going to be taking over Social Security. He is destroying Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
The idea is that we, in fact, we were the only ones of consequence who were not members of the Paris Accord. How can we do anything? We've not able to, the United States can't get its under control. One of the largest polluters in the world, #1. We're making significant progress. By 2035, we will have cut pollution in half. We have made significant progress, and we're continuing to make progress. We set up a climate corps for thousands of young people who learn how to deal with climate, just like the Peace Corps. And we're moving in directions that are going to significantly change the elements of cause of pollution. But the idea that he claims that he has the biggest heart up here and he's really concerned about pollution and about climate, I've not seen any indication of that. And by the way, with regard to prescription drugs, one company agreed that they would reduce the price to $35, which I was calling for, one, voluntarily. I made sure every company in the world, every pharmaceutical company, cannot have to pay.
Thank you.
And by the way,
so every day, millions of Americans struggle just to make ends meet. For many older Americans, Social Security provides a critical lifeline.
It's rough, man.
President Biden, if nothing is done to Social Security, seniors will see their benefits cut in just over 10 years. Will you name tonight one specific step that you're willing to take to keep Social Security solvent?
Yes, make the very wealthy begin to pay their fair share. Right now, everybody making under $170,000 pays 6% of their income, of their paycheck, every single time they get a paycheck from the time of the first one they get when they're 18 years old. The idea that they're gonna, I've been proposing that everybody, they pay,
spit it out!
1%. 1%. So no one after, I would not raise the cost of Social Security for anybody under $400,000. After that, I began to make the wealthy begin to pay their fair share by increasing from 1% beyond to be able to guarantee the program for life.
So you still have 82 seconds left. Are there any other measures that you think that would be able to help keep Social Security solvent, or is that one enough?
Well, no, that one enough will keep it solvent, but the biggest thing I'll do if we defeat this man, because he wants to get rid of Social Security. He thinks there's plenty to cut in Social Security. He's wanting to cut Social Security and Medicare, both times. And that's what. And if you look at the program put forward by the House Republican caucus that he, I believe, supports, is in fact want to cut it as well. The idea that we don't need to protect our seniors is ridiculous. I don't know, Beverly. I don't know. The American public has greater health care coverage today than ever before. And on the ACA, as I said, you're in a circumstance where 400,000 people, 40 million people would not have insurance because they have a pre-existing condition. Only thing that allows them to have that insurance is the fact that they, in fact,
why did Instagram kill my stream?
And by the way, the other thing is, we're in a situation where I talk about education for black communities. I've raised the amount of money for Pell Grants by another $8,000. So anybody making under $70,000 a year is going to be able to get $15,000 toward their tuition. He just doesn't know what he's talking about.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump.
So I've dealt with politicians all my life. I've been on this side of the equation for the last 8 years. I've never seen anybody lie like this guy. He lies. I've never seen it. He could look you in the face. About so many other things, too. And we mentioned the laptop. We mentioned Russia, Ukraine. Everything he does is a lie. It's misinformation and disinformation. The losers and suckers story that he made up is a total lie on the military. It's a disgrace. But Social Security, he's destroying it, because millions of people are pouring into our country, and they're putting them onto Social Security. They're putting them onto Medicare, Medicaid. They're putting them in our hospitals. They're taking the place of our citizens. What they're doing to the VA, to our veterans, is unbelievable. Our veterans are living in the street, and these people are living in luxury hotels. He doesn't know what he's doing, and it's really coming back. I've never seen such anger in our country before.
President Biden?
The idea that veterans are not being taken care of, I told you before. And by the way, when I said suckers and losers, he acknowledged after that he fired that general. That general got fired because he's the one that acknowledged that that's what he said. He was the one standing with Trump when he said it, number one. Number two, the idea that we're going to be in a situation where all these millions and millions, the way he talks about it, illegal aliens are coming into the country and taking away our jobs. There's a reason why we have the fastest growing economy in the world. The reason why we have the most successful economy in the world. We're doing
Trump
better than any other nation
He's super
in the
funny.
world.
Yeah.
And by the way, those 15 Nobel laureates he talked about being phony, those 15 Nobel laureates, economists, they all said that if Trump is reelected, we're likely to have a recession, and inflation is going to increasingly go up. And by the way, worst president in history, 159 presidential scholars voted him the worst president in the history of the United States of America.
President Biden, thank you so much. Let's turn to the cost of child care, which many American families struggle to afford.
Real quick, if you're on IG, please come over to YouTube or Kick, because IG is going to keep shutting down the live because this is controversial content. They don't like it. So if you want to keep it up, come on over.
Per child. For many families, the cost of child care for 2 children is more than their rent.
Yeah.
In your second term, what would you do to make child care more affordable?
Just to go back, the general got fired because he was no good. And if he said that, that's why he made it up. But we have 19 people that said I didn't say it, and they're very highly respected, much more so than him. The other thing is, he doesn't fire people. He never fired people. I've never seen him fire anybody. I did fire a lot. I fired Comey because he was no good. I fired a lot of the top people at the FBI, drained the swamp. They were no good. Not easy to fire people. You'd pay a price for it, but they were no good. I inherited these people. I didn't put him there. I didn't put Comey there. He was no good. I fired him. This guy hasn't fired anybody. He never fires. He should have fired every military man that was involved with that the Afghanistan horror show, the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. He didn't fire. Did you fire anybody? Did you fire anybody that's on the border that's allowed us to have the worst border in the history of the world? Did anybody get fired for allowing 18 million people, many from prisons, many from mental institutions? Did you fire anybody that allowed our country to be destroyed? Joe, our country is being destroyed as you and I sit up here and waste a lot of time on this debate.
What's up?
This shouldn't be a debate. He is the worst president. He just said about me because I said it.
Someone reported me? Probably.
He's the worst president in the history of our country. He's destroyed our country. Now all of a sudden he's trying to get a little tough on the border. He came out with a nothing deal, and it reduced it a little bit, like this much. It's insignificant. He wants open borders. He wants our country to either be destroyed or he wants to pick up those people as voters. And I don't think we just can't let it happen. If he wins this election, our country doesn't have a chance, not even a chance, of coming out of this rut. We probably won't have a country left anymore. That's how bad it is. He is the worst in history by far.
Thank you, President Trump. President Biden?
We're the most admired country in the world. The United States of America.
I don't know about
There's
that.
nothing beyond our capacity. We have the finest military in the history of the world.
I mean, that's true.
The finest in the history of the world. No one thinks we're weak. No one wants to screw around with us. Nobody. Number one. Number two, the idea that we're talking about worst presidents. I wasn't joking. Look it up. Go online. 159 or 58, don't hold me the exact number, presidential historians, they've had meetings and they voted who's the worst president in American history, best to worst. They said he was the worst in all of American history. That's a fact. That's not conjecture. He can argue they're wrong, but that's what they voted. The idea that he is doing anything to deal with child care, he did virtually nothing to child care. We should significantly increase the child care tax credit. We should significantly increase the availability of women and men or single parents to be able to go back to work. And we should encourage businesses to have.
Thank you, President Biden.
Facilities.
President Trump, the question was about what would you do to make child care more affordable, if you want to take your minute.
Just so you understand, we have polling, we have other things that they rate him the worst because what he's done is so bad.
He's not going to answer the question.
I will show you. And they rate me one of the best, okay? And
oh my God.
If I'm given another
typical
4
Trump,
years,
man.
I will be the best. I think
Typical
I'll be
Trump.
the best. Nobody's ever created an economy like us. Nobody ever cut taxes like us. He's the only one I know. He wants to raise your taxes by 4 times. He wants to raise everybody's taxes by 4 times. He wants the Trump tax cuts to expire. So everybody, including the two of you, are going to pay 4 to 5 times. Nobody ever heard of this before. All my life, I'd grow up and I'd see politicians talking about cutting taxes. When we cut taxes, as I said, we did more business. Apple and all these companies, they were bringing money back into our country. The worst president in history by far, and everybody knows it.
President Biden?
Look, the fact of the matter is that he's dead wrong about. He's increased the tariff. He will increase the taxes on middle-class people. I said I'd never raise a tax on anybody making less than $400,000. I didn't. But this tariff is 10% tariffs. Everything coming into the country, you know what the economists say? That's going to cost the average American $2,500 a year more because they're going to have to pay the difference in food and all the things that were imported. Number two, he's in a situation where he talks about how he has not raised.
I know.
He somehow helped the middle class. The middle class have been devastated by you. Now you want a new tax cut of $5 trillion over the next 10 years, which is going to fundamentally bankrupt the country. You had the largest deficit of any president in American history, number one. Number two, you have not, in fact, made any contact, any progress with China. We are the lowest trade deficit with China since 2010.
Thank you, President Biden.
You lost.
Thank you, President Biden. Let's discuss an epidemic impacting millions of Americans that both of you have made a top priority in your first term.
I mean, let's be real. We know Trump is going to deflect and go on his Trump rants. Like, we know this. I'm not shocked.
In this country has gone up. Under your term,
about
it went
opioids
up.
now.
Under your term, it has gone up. Former President Trump, despite the efforts that both of you have made, more than 100,000 Americans are dying from overdose.
D-Dub said, Joe did raise tax on everyone. I run the tax office, and I've seen the effects on everyone. Yeah, I don't know. What he said was cap. Taxes went up under Biden as well. Like,
to get the treatment
they be lying, bro. They all lie. They all lie.
We now have the largest deficit in the history of our country under this guy. We have the
Trump
largest
in the Matrix,
deficit
for
with
real.
China. He gets paid by China. He's a Manchurian candidate. He gets money from China.
Ever seen the movie Grumpy Old Men?
So I think he's afraid to deal with them or something.
This is dumb, for
you
real.
notice he never took out my tariffs because we bring in so much money with the tariffs that I imposed on China. He never took them away. He can't because it's too much money.
That's funny, Lake Show.
Tremendous. And we saved our steel industries, and there was more to come, but he hasn't done that. But he hasn't cut the tariffs because he can't, because it's too much money. But he's got the largest deficit in the history of our country, and he's got the worst situation with China. China's going to own us if you keep allowing them to do what they're doing to us as a country.
They are buying up everything in the
killing
U.S.
us as a country, Joe, and you can't let that happen. You're destroying our country.
There's literally economic war going on. They're buying up everything in the U.S.
Left.
It's
the
crazy.
question was, what are you going to do to help Americans in the throes
Trump
of
didn't lie
addiction right now who are struggling to get the treatment they need?
Jake, we were doing very well at addiction until the COVID came along. We had the 2.5, almost 3 years of like nobody's ever had before, any country, in every way. And then we had to get tough. And it was the drugs pouring across the border it started to increase. We got great equipment. We bought the certain dog that's the most incredible thing that you've ever seen, the way they can spot it. We did a lot, and we were getting very low numbers, very, very low numbers. Then he came along. The numbers, have you seen the numbers now? It's not only the 18 million people that I believe is even low because the gotaways, they don't even talk about gotaways. But the numbers of the amount of drugs and human trafficking in women coming across our border, the worst thing I've ever seen, at numbers that nobody's ever seen under him because the border's so bad. But the number of drugs coming across our border now is the largest we've ever had by far.
President Trump, thank you. President Biden?
Fentanyl and the byproducts of fentanyl went down for a while. And I want
There's going to be a lot of memes coming out of this for sure, Kick. For sure.
These big machines that roll over everything that comes across the border. And it costs a lot of money. That was part of this deal we put together, this bipartisan deal. More fentanyl machines, more be able to detect drugs, more numbers of agents, more numbers of all the people at the border. And when we had that deal done, he called his Republican colleagues, said, don't do it. It's going to hurt me politically. No, he never argued it's not a good bill. It's a really good bill. We need those machines. We need those machines. And we're coming down very hard in every country in Asia in terms of precursors for fentanyl. And Mexico is working with us to make sure they don't have the technology to be able to put it together. That's what we have to do. We need those machines.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump, and again, the question is about Americans in the throes of addiction right now struggling to get the treatment they need.
Well, because this does pertain to it. He ended Remain in Mexico. He ended catch and release. I made it catch and release in Mexico, not catch and release here. We had so many things that we had done, hard negotiations with Mexico, and I got it all for nothing. It's just like when you have a hostage. We always pay $6 billion for a hostage. Every time we say it's a hostage. Now we have a hostage, a Wall Street Journal reporter, I think a good guy, and he's over there because Putin is laughing at this guy, probably asking for billions of dollars for the reporter. I will have him out very quickly as soon as I take office. Before I take office, I said by literally as soon as I win the election, I will have that reporter out. He should have had him out a long time ago. But Putin's probably asking for billions and billions of dollars because this guy pays it every time. We had 2 cases where we paid $6 billion for 5 people. I got 58 people out, and I paid essentially nothing.
Thank you, President Trump. Dana?
Let's turn to concerns that voters have about each of you.
Here we go.
President Biden, you would be 86 at the end of your 2nd term.
Yes.
How do you address concerns about your capability to handle the toughest job in the world
at your age,
into your 80s?
Yes.
Well, first of all, I spent half my career being criticized being the youngest person in politics. I was the 2nd youngest person ever elected to the United States Senate, and now I'm the oldest. This guy's 3 years younger and a lot less competent. I think that just look at the record. Look at what I've done. Look how I've turned around the horrible situation he left me. As I said, 15 million new jobs, 800,000 manufacturing jobs, more investment in America, over billions of dollars in private investment in enterprises that we are growing. By the way, we brought an awful lot of people. Well, the whole idea.
Spit it out.
Computer chips. We used to have 40% of the market. We invented those chips, and we lost it because he was sending people to find the cheapest jobs overseas and to bring home a profit.
He's ducking the question.
So I went to South Korea.
He's ducking.
I convinced Samsung to invest billions of dollars here in the United States. And guess what? Those fabs, they call to build these chips, those fabs pay over $100,000. You don't need a college degree for them. And there's billions, about $40 billion already being invested and being built right now in the United States, creating significant jobs for Americans all over the world.
What does this have to do with the question?
President Biden, you have 40 seconds left.
Answer the question.
Yeah, I would. The idea that somehow we are this failing country. I never heard a president talk like this before.
That's not the question. Oh my God,
bro!
bro.
The world, like, name me a single major country president.
He's cooked.
Wouldn't trade places with the United States of America for all our problems and all our opportunities.
He's cooked.
We're the most progressive country in the world in getting things done. We're the strongest country in the world.
Showing his age.
We're a country in the world
now.
that keeps our word, and everybody trusts us. All of our allies and those who he coddles up to, from Kim Jong-un, who he sends love letters to, and Putin, et cetera, they don't want to screw around with us.
Thank you. Former President Trump, to follow up, you would be 82 at the end of your second term. What do you say to voters who have concerns about your capabilities to serve?
Well, I took 2 tests, cognitive tests. I aced them, both of them, as you know. We made it public. He took none. I'd like to see him take one, just one.
Yes, one. That should be mandatory.
Go through the first 5 questions. He couldn't do it. But I took 2 cognitive tests. I took physical exams every year. And, you know, we knock on wood wherever we may have wood, that I'm in very good health. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way. And I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. I think I'm in very good shape. I feel that I'm as in good a shape as I was 25, 30 years ago. Actually, I'm probably a little bit lighter, but I'm in as good a shape as I was years ago. I feel very good. I feel the same. But I was willing to take a cognitive test. And you know what? If I didn't do well, I aced them. Dr. Ronnie Jackson, who's a great guy when he was White House doctor. And then I took another one, a similar one. And one of them said they've never seen anybody ace him.
Thank you. President Biden.
You can see he is 6'5" and only 223 pounds, 235 pounds. Well, you said 6'4", 200. Well, anyway, that's what anyway, just take a look at what he says he is and take a look at what he is. Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. The reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6.
Are they arguing about golf right now?
By the way, I told you before,
bro,
I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag.
All right, y'all. I'm moving to Costa Rica. Who's coming with me?
He's a 6 handicap of all.
They're arguing about golf.
Handicap.
Yeah.
And they're... Oh, God. We're done.
You swing. I know you swing.
Chat, we're done.
Don't act like children.
President Trump, we're going to turn.
All in favor of Costa Rica. Any other suggestions? I'm down for wherever. I'm down for wherever. Anybody got any other selections?
Will you pledge tonight
Panama?
That once all legal
very American friendly, a lot of
challenges have been
expatriates there.
exhausted, that you will accept
oh my God,
the
Mars.
results of this election, regardless of who wins. And
oh my God,
you will say right now that political violence in any form is unacceptable.
Well, I shouldn't have to say that, but of course I believe that. It's totally unacceptable. And if you would see my statements that I made on Twitter at the time, and also my statement that I made in the Rose Garden, you would say it's one of the strongest statements you've ever seen. In
I don't know, Trudeau ain't any better, let's be real.
In front of, I believe, the largest crowd I've ever spoken to, and I will tell you, nobody ever talks about that. They talk about a relatively small number of people that went to the Capitol, and in many cases were ushered in by the police. And as Nancy Pelosi said, it was her responsibility, not mine. She said that loud and clear. But the answer is, if the election is fair, free, and I want that more than anybody. And I'll tell you something. I wish he was a great president, because I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be at one of my many places enjoying myself.
I actually believe him.
Under indictment
I actually believe him.
Because I wouldn't have been his political opponent, because he indicted me because I was his opponent. I wish he was a great president. I would rather have that. I wouldn't be here. I don't mind being here. But the only reason I'm here is he's so bad as a president that I'm going to make America great again. We're going to make America great again.
He said it.
We're a failing nation right now. We're a seriously failing nation. And we're a failing nation because of him. His policies are so bad. His military policies are insane. They're insane. These are wars that will never end with him. He will drive us into World War III, and we're closer to World War III than anybody can imagine. We are very, very close to World War III, and he's driving us there. And Kim Jong-un and President Xi of China, Kim Jong-un of North Korea, all of these, Putin, they don't respect him. They don't fear him. They have nothing going with this gentleman, and he's going to drive us into World War III.
You want a World War III, let him follow and win, and let Putin say, do what you want, NATO. Just do what you want. There's a thing called Article 5. An attack on one is an attack on all, and required response. The idea, I can't think of a single major leader in the world who wouldn't trade places with the job I've done and what they've done. Because we are a powerful nation. We have wonderful people. It's because of the people, not me. It's because of the American people. They're capable of anything, and they step up when they're needed. And right now, we're needed. We're needed to protect the world because our own safety is at stake. And again, you want to have a war, just let Putin go ahead and take Kyiv, make sure they move on, see what happens in Poland, Hungary, and other places along that border. Then you have a war.
President Trump, as I come back to you for a follow-up, the question was, will you accept the results of this election, regardless of who wins?
Just to finish what he said, if I might, Russia, they took a lot of land from Bush. They took a lot of land from Obama and Biden. They took no land, nothing from Trump, nothing. He knew not to do it. I'm not going to play games with
Trump be talking that gangster shit sometimes. I ain't going to lie.
Games. He took nothing from me.
He said, Putin knows better.
Now he's going to take the whole thing from this man right here. That's a war that should have never started. It would have never started ever with me. And he's going to take Ukraine. And, you know, you asked me a question before, would you do this? He's got us in such a bad position right now with Ukraine and Russia because Ukraine's not winning that war. He said, I will never settle until such time. They're running out of people. They're running out of soldiers. They've lost so many people. It's so sad. They've lost so many people, and they've lost those gorgeous cities with the golden domes that are 1,000 years old, all because of him and stupid decisions. Russia would have never attacked if I were president.
President Trump, the question was, will you accept the results of the election, regardless of who wins? Yes or no, please.
If it's a fair and legal and good election, absolutely. I would have much rather accepted these. But the fraud and everything else was ridiculous. And if you want, we'll have a news conference on it in a week, or we'll have another one of these in a week. But I will absolutely, there's nothing I'd rather do. It would be much easier for me to do that than I'm running again. I wasn't really going to run until I saw the horrible job he did. He's destroying our country. I would be very happy to be someplace else, in a nice location someplace. And again, no indictments, no political opponent stuff, because it's the only way he thinks he can win. But unfortunately, it's driven up my numbers and driven them up to a very high level because the people understand it.
Well, let's see what your numbers are when this election is over. Let's see. You're a whiner. When you lost the first time, you continued, you appealed and appealed to courts all across the country. Not one single court in America said any of your claims had any merit, state or local, none. But you continue to provoke this lie about somehow there's all this misrepresentation, all this stealing. There is no evidence of that at all. And I tell you what, I doubt whether you'll accept it because you're such a whiner. The idea, if you lose again, you accepting anything, you can't stand the loss. Something snapped in you when you lost the last time.
We'll be right back with more.
All right, we got another quick little intermission real quick before I jump into the second segment of this debate here. Real quick, if you're on IG at any moment, IG could take down the live because this is something kind of controversial. So if you check the pinned comments there, if it gets cut off, coming over to Kick or YouTube, my Kick channel or YouTube, djmoondawglive is the name for both of them, and follow and watch over there if we get cut off. All right, that being said, we're seeing more of the same here. You know what I'm saying? Trump doing Trump things, deflecting, running around. They're taking jabs here. They got into the segment where they started arguing about who's got a better golf game in the middle of a national debate stage. It's wild. It's wild. And then, you know, more of Biden kind of, I'm glad they brought up the question about, where do you think about your cognitive, you're going to be 80 something, 86 or something by the time you were to, come back or whatever, or at the end of a next term reelection, or at the end of a next term, if he were to be reelected. And he definitely danced around that one. To me, that is by far the biggest concern I have is competency at that age, just cognitively, even physically, you know what I mean? So I don't understand. I don't understand why both parties could not scrounge up any better candidates, any younger candidates. Let's be honest. We are fucking doomed. You know what I mean? Welcome to everybody that pulled up to the streams on YouTube, Kick, and on Instagram. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget to hit the follow button. I know a lot of my content's on the funny haha stuff, but we do, this is important shit. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been interested in politics. I majored in political science at college. Ironically, didn't do shit with it, but I definitely have an interest in all this stuff. And this is something important, man. This is impacting all of us. You know what I mean? It hits our wallets. It's impacting the housing market. Shit's ridiculous for rent and for mortgages and the rates. Man, I don't know what is going to happen these next 4 years. In fact, it seems like the last 8+ years have been a blur with these presidents, and it's just been so much going on. You know what I mean? We are literally living in a simulation. Is kind of what I'm thinking here. Kim said, great live. Appreciate that, big dog. Thank you, bro. I'm waiting for Poppycock. He hasn't said that yet. He said malarkey. He definitely said malarkey. I don't know what to expect here. I do think I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, I'll share my prediction on who I think is gonna win at the end. Let me save it. Let's finish watching the rest of this stuff and then we'll go from there. Oh yeah, the DNC is happening in Chicago too. That is going to be crazy here. That is going to be crazy here. And notice how both conventions are happening in the Midwest. The DNC is here in Chicago, and the RNC is going to be in Milwaukee, in the Midwest. The Midwest is such an important, voting grounds and stuff. It's the middle America. It is the coast lean super liberal, and then the middle of America, central and south tend to be more central, right, or whatever. And very important stuff. But run for president, yeah, no. Negative. Although if I were to run for president, I know exactly how I'd run, bro. I would run to eliminate taxes, like the IRS. Let's get back into this. We'll talk more in a minute.
Coin toss. We're going to begin with you, President Biden. You have 2 minutes.
We've made significant progress from the debacle that was left by President Trump in his last term. We find ourselves in a situation where, number one, we have to make sure that we have a fair tax system. I ask anyone out there in the audience or anyone out watching this debate, do you think the tax system is fair? The fact is that I said nobody even making under $400,000 had a single penny increase in their taxes, and will not. And if I'm reelected, that'll be the case again.
Bro,
but
what?
This guy has increased
People
your
got
taxes.
taxed. What are you talking about?
Number one, he's increased inflation because of the debacle he left after the way he handled the pandemic. And he finds himself in a position where he now wants to tax you more by putting a 10% tariff on everything that comes into the United States of America. What I did, when, for example, he wants to get rid of the ability of Medicare for us to be able to negotiate drug prices with the big pharma companies. Well, guess what? We got it down to $35 for insulin instead of $400. Man. No more than $2,000 for every senior, no matter how much prescription they need. You know what that did? That reduced the federal debt by $160 billion over 10 years because the government doesn't have to pay the exorbitant prices. I'm going to make that available to every senior all along, where it's happening now, and everybody in America. He wants to get rid of that. I'm going to make sure that we have child care. We're going to significantly increase the credit people have for child care. I'm going to make sure we do something about what we're doing on lead pipes and all the things that are causing health problems. for people across the country. We're going to continue to fight to bring down inflation and give people a break.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump, you now have 2 minutes for your closing statement.
Like so many politicians, this man is just a complainer. He said, we want to do this, we want to do that, we want to get rid of this tax, that tax. But he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do, all he does is make our country unsafe by allowing millions and millions of people to pour in. Our military doesn't respect him. We look like fools in Afghanistan. We didn't stop Israel. It was such a horrible thing that would have never happened. It should have never happened. Iran was broke. Anybody that did business with Iran, including China, they couldn't do business with the United States. They all passed. Iran was broke. They had no money for Hamas or Hezbollah, for terror, no money whatsoever. Again, Ukraine should have never happened. He talks about all this stuff, but he didn't do it. For 3.5 years, we're living in hell. We have the Palestinians and we have everybody else rioting all over the place. You talk about Charlottesville. This is 100 times Charlottesville, 1,000 times. The whole country is exploding because of you, because they don't respect you, and they have to respect their president, and they don't respect you throughout the world. What we did was incredible. We rebuilt the military. We got the largest tax cut in history, the largest regulation cut in history. The reason he's got jobs is because I cut the regulations that gave jobs, but he's putting a lot of those regulations back on. All of the things that we've done, nobody's never seen anything like, even from a medical standpoint, right to try, where we can try space-age materials instead of going to Asia or going to Europe and trying to get, when you're terminally ill, now you can go and you can get something. You sign a document. They've been trying to get it for 42 years. But you know what we did for the military was incredible. Choice for our soldiers, where our soldiers, instead of waiting for 3 months to see a doctor, can go out and get themselves fixed up and readied up and take care of themselves, and they're living. And that's why I had the highest approval rating in the history of the VA. So all of these things, we're in a failing nation, but it's not going to be failing anymore. We're going to make it great again.
Thank you, former President Trump, President Biden. Stay with us because we have full analysis of this debate. Anderson Cooper and Aaron Burnett starts now on CNN.
All right, we're gonna pause it there. Here we are, y'all. I wanna let's hear it. Let's hear your thoughts. Let me tell you what we're gonna do next, though. A new Pop Your Balloon dating show video has been released. We're gonna watch that here as soon as we recap this debacle of a debate. It was very controlled. You know, to me, what really stood out here, which I'm not really feeling, is that there was no live audience. And it really seemed like they catered this whole setup to benefit Joe Biden, because perhaps having an audience there might trip him up, you know, maybe get him distracted, whatever, you know, this whole new thing. I really wasn't feeling the whole setup for this debate. I think it's safe to say that we are basically being given, like, imagine if we sat down at a dinner spot and they brought out 2 dishes to give us. You know what those 2 dishes are, which are reflective of our options right now for president? It's going to be shit. But like, one is like hard, like poop, and the other one's like mushy diarrhea poop. And it's like, which one would you going to eat? They're both nasty, but like, which is the lesser of the 2 evil poops? You know what I mean? God, like I said earlier, we already know what to expect with Trump. He's going to troll. He's going to, you know, he's going to take his jabs. He's going to dance around the question. I'm not really surprised at anything that he delivered today. He did make, in my opinion, a very solid argument when it came to the topic of illegals, or when it was the questions about Black Americans and, you know what I mean, you know, all of that. And I think he really made a solid point about how Black Americans are can be losing jobs to illegals that are coming in here, so on and so forth. I think that's probably going to resonate to some degree. And mind you, there's been a lot of social media chatter from a lot of Black people about them kind of feeling Trump, especially after getting the felony. And a lot of it came down to the fact that he went through the system, and the optics of it was that he was targeted, right? And they waited until election year to target him to do all of this. And so he got done dirty by the system, which is how many Black and brown people, unfortunately, experience the system. They get done dirty through the system. So there was a level of relatability that that I've seen on social media from I mean on TikTok and on Twitter from black people that was like, yo, I feel him now type shit. So I think he may actually gain some level of more support than he originally may have had from the black community. The biggest concern for me though is Joe Biden, man. Even in his last 2 minutes to make his closing remarks there, my man was buffering like he's on dial-up. Like, you know, I just want to go back there and like hit him in the back of his, you know, hit him in back of his, in the back to get him to spit it out. It was really tough to see. It's really tough to see. I think this is doing more damage than it's doing any type of good. Anybody that is in the Democratic Party that's on his campaign and is all supporting him, these got to be the most phoniest people, bro. Because you can't tell me that you really believe man's is capable of running another 4 years. Our country is the commander in chief. You got to be smoking on the same stuff that is part of the epidemic in our country. You on that same stuff that they're on, because I think any person with a sound mind, right, would actually believe that Mans is probably not capable of or serving as a president for another 4 years. Ain't no way, big dog. You know what I mean? We're all doomed in every aspect. It really feels like that. And I promise you, the last 3 years since Biden's been in office, even when Trump, I'll be honest, even when Trump was in office, these were like the longest 7 years. It seems like it's been long, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like it's been long. You know what I mean? And I think part of it is because of the COVID. We were all locked down, so that made everything slow down. But fuck, bro, it seems like things have been dragging out and getting worse in the process. You know what I mean? Something needs to change, goddammit. Something needs to change for all of our sake. You know what I'm saying? We as a country need to get our money up. We need money flowing back and having people in good financial shape. That will go a long way. You know what I mean? There's just, we are in, I don't know, in my opinion, this is the worst I've seen us as a country in my entire adulthood. You know what I mean? It's beyond me that these are two options. Out of all the politicians out there, these are the two that we have. Two basically 80-year-old men. You know what I mean? I'd be surprised. My I'm gonna share now to wrap up my kind of thing. My thought process here is that Trump wins. I think Trump wins. I think Trump wins simply for the fact that people are gonna look at Joe and be like, yo, you're not even coherent. You know what I'm saying? I think Trump manages to beat him. And I could be wrong, but if Biden wins, it's going to be the biggest kind of move the DNC the Democrats have ever pulled off to get him reelected. Because that's like they're force feeding him down our throats to get him back in office, and he'll be just a shill. Like he'll be there as just the figure, because everyone else in that White House and his cabinet will actually be running it, and mostly Kamala Harris as VP will be actually probably calling the shots. He'll just be there for the, you know, ceremonial, like for the optics of it all. But I think she'll be running it low key. That's my thought process. We're cooked. We are cooked. We are screwed. I'm telling you, this is what we need to do. We need to band together and collectively figure out what country we're going to move to, y'all. Let's all go buy like 100 acres of land. Is that a lot? Probably a lot. And let's just start our own community. Let's just start our own country in some land. You know what I mean? Like, we got to do something here. We need a great American reset. I really believe like we need a reset. It's crazy. Oh, all right. That being said, let me see your final thoughts. What do you guys think? Denmark, Switzerland, yo, them, you know, they don't want us over there. They don't want us over there. I wouldn't mind going back to Africa. Africa's beautiful, actually. A lot of land. I'm sure we can figure out something over there. All right, let's switch gears here. All right. Appreciate y'all for come to Brazil, and you're gonna cry, man. I actually do want to visit Brazil though. I want to go see Carnival and check it all out. Going to Portugal. Moon trying to starting his own cult. You know, you gotta start your own. You gotta start your own. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm going to Zimbabwe. Yeah, I would go back. I would go back to West Africa. I lived there for 17 months. I'd go back to West Africa. All right. Now that we got that out the way, y'all, let's we need to decompress. And what better way to decompress than with the latest episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. This is on Arlette Amuli's channel. Hopefully I pronounced that properly. On YouTube, you can sub to her channel right here. Support her because I don't know if she's the one who created it, but certainly I've seen most of the clips on this type of show coming from her channel and everything. So let's jump into it and see just how petty women can be when it comes to judging a man. Y'all ready? Let's do it.
Welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette, and we are back with another episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And today we've got some beautiful single ladies lined up. Make some noise.
Let's evaluate the panel here. Let's see. I will say I like they're dressed. I like how they're dressed. You know what I mean? Like I'm not seeing anything that's overly ratchet, in other words. You know what I mean? They're well put together, cute maxi dresses and such. All right. They look presentable. You know what I mean?
Ladies. Oh, okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and be bringing out some single men. They're going to come out one by one. And when he comes around, if he's your type, the height, beard, facial hair, whatever it is, you're feeling him, do not pop your balloon. But if there's anything that's just like, oh no, this is not my guy, go ahead and pop it. And I'll go over to each of you, see why you ended up popping. Y'all ready? Okay, let's get some matches.
Bro, the one in the green, she sits
let's go ahead
down,
and bring out
the mystery's
our first
over.
Single guy.
Oh, yeah, it's right there. Yeah, it's right there. Here we go.
Hello, welcome in. I'll have you hold that. What's your name?
My name is Alistair.
Alistair, how old are you?
I'm 36 years old.
36, okay, and what do you do?
I'm a deputy sheriff.
All right, okay, and what are some things you like to do for fun?
Yo, wait, cops get such a bad rap. The minute they heard cop, they was like, I'm out. A lot of women have horror stories dating cops.
I like to travel. I like to go on trips.
Okay. And now what are some things you look for in a woman?
Someone that's intelligent, very laid back, knows what she wants, can allow me to lead.
Okay. And now what are some of your deal breakers?
My deal breakers will be smokers. That's the number one thing, smokers.
Got it. Okay. So we did get a couple of pop balloons. Let's go on over to these ladies and see why they ended up popping,
Yes.
okay? All right.
It's going to be because he's a cop. Let's keep it a buck. It's going to be because he's a cop.
All right, let's start over here. If we can have your name and age.
I got warrants.
Alexis, and I'm 29.
Okay. And Alexis, what do you do?
I'm a realtor.
Nice. Now, why did you end up popping your balloon?
He just didn't really seem like too much my type, and
What is
I
your
don't know
type?
about the police, honestly.
Okay.
But you're an attractive man, so no hard feelings.
Thank you.
All right. And now, Alistair, is Alexis someone that's your type?
Of course, very attractive, very beautiful. It is someone that I will approach.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go on to our next pop balloon over here. Okay, if we can have your name and age.
My name is Tiffany, and I'm 26 years old.
Okay. And Tiffany, what do you do?
I am an exotic dancer, but I use my money from exotic dancing to fund my business ventures.
I know he's glad she popped that balloon. Yo, at least you know what? She didn't dress in typical dancer attire. She kind of had me fooled. She, that outfit is, kind of, you know what I mean? Next.
All right. And now, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Well, first of all, he said that he don't, like smokers. I'm a big smoker, and I don't think, the police and an exotic dancer would mix.
Yeah. Facts.
But other than that, I like the way
Facts.
you're built. I like the age. I'm into older men, so.
Okay. Got it.
Thank you.
And now, Alistair,
He don't want to make a comment about that.
is Tiffany someone that's your type?
Of course, very beautiful, very attractive. So definitely someone I'll approach.
Okay, got it. So she said exotic dancer and police don't mix. Is that
Yeah,
is
keep
that
it a
something
buck.
that would stop you from approaching her
Yes.
if you knew that?
No.
Okay.
No.
What?
Perfectly fine.
Bro, stop
thank you.
capping. Bro's capping right now.
Going over here. Okay, if we can have your name and
He said, I
age.
plead the fifth.
Yes, hi, I'm C, and I'm 36.
No, she's cute, y'all. Tiff is cute. Yeah, she got a pretty face.
And C, what do you do?
I'm in medical sales.
And so why did you end up popping your balloon?
Well, I just have to give it to you. You were the first guy to come out, and I know that we can only pick one guy, so I'm just waiting.
Okay. But is he someone that is your type?
Maybe if I got to know him a little bit better, but
She wants to say no physically, but she don't want to say it.
you know, right now I'm just waiting.
Okay. All right. So, Alistair, is she someone that is your type?
Very respectable individual. Looks like you can have a great conversation, and I like that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go on to our next lady. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Nkiru, and I'm 32 years old.
Where's that accent from?
And what do you do?
I work with a pharmaceutical company as a monitor.
Okay, very nice.
African.
And now, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I don't know. He's just not my type. Like, just, I don't know. If I'm basing off of looks, he's just not my type.
Okay. And what about him is not really your type?
Yeah, be.
I don't really know.
Detailed.
I just don't feel a connection.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And now, same thing, Alistair. Is she someone that you would approach?
She's very respectable, very beautiful. I believe all the women here are beautiful.
Okay.
Damn.
Thank you.
Damn. Why did they pop the balloons? They so petty, bro. They so all he's saying is that they're beautiful women. They're not. He's not lying. They all actually look good.
Next lady over here. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Danielle, and I'm 35.
Danielle, what do you do?
I work in human resources.
Okay. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Honestly, it's because he's the police.
Oh. Okay.
At least
So
you're keeping
apart
it
from
buck.
him being
Keeping it a
police
buck.
officer, he is someone that is your type?
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily go off of like looks per se. So if we had a conversation, maybe.
Okay.
But
All right.
he the police. So.
Okay, Alistair, I know you said everyone's beautiful, but is she someone that's your type? If you saw her out, you'd approach her?
Yes, I will approach her.
Okay, and how we see this police thing is taking you out. Like, is that ever a problem when it comes to dating?
I know law enforcement is a very, skeptical career to be in.
Yeah.
I respect everyone. I joined this career because this was a calling for me.
Yeah.
And I like what I do.
Okay, good.
I'm a protector. So if you need someone to protect you, I'm someone to protect you.
Period. All right, let's go back this way. We did get a pop. If
I
we
like
can
that he
have
said
your
it's a
name and
calling.
age.
That kind of a
Caprice,
job is a
32.
vocation.
Okay, and Caprice, what do you do?
I am a certified Christian life coach.
Okay, and now why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just initially, just wasn't enough bass in your voice.
What?
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh my God, bro. He got dumped because he got no bass in his voice. That's right, boys. You gotta start talking a lot deeper now. You gotta hit them with that shit so they know. That's crazy.
Okay.
Alistair, I feel like I know what you're about to say, but you approach her if you see her out?
I'm respectable to everyone. I give everyone a chance to get to know you, sit down, have a conversation, let you know my goals in life, and ask you your goals in life. And if we do match, take it further from there.
Did I get everyone back here? Oh, okay. We do have one more pop balloon back here. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Lexi, and I'm 27.
Lexi, what do you do?
I am a full-time biomedical science student and a birth doula.
Nice. Okay, and now why did you end up popping your balloon?
Well, unlike everybody else, like the police thing didn't really bother me, but like as I like kind of walked, it was like kind of like the haircut in the back is like not fully cut, and then the chap lips. Yeah.
Oof.
It's kind of a thing for me.
Oof.
So.
They really be looking.
Okay. Alistair? We all already know your lines by now.
I'm respectable to criticism. That's who I am as a person. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. I'm from the Caribbean, so we're used to criticism. But you're a beautiful individual, and I'm thankful for having me out here. And you all are very beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm a very respectful person.
Thank you. And then we did get one last one down here.
Oh, tough. Like my man's got his shit together. He's got a respectable career field. I mean, maybe that's like debatable depending on your feelings on law enforcement, but you know what I mean? Like, bro got his stuff together, and yeah, can't get no love.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
Kiana, 32.
And Kiana, what do you do?
Well, I'm in the health field, CNA, also in real estate, and I'm the supervisor at a shoe store. So, yeah.
Very nice. You're very busy. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just felt like sticking to the code, you know.
Code?
I didn't have no problem with the law enforcement and whatnot.
What code?
But, I don't know, just feel like I should be sticking to a code, or, you know.
Okay. What do you mean by sticking to the code?
That's honestly, like, you know, I just felt like everybody kind of reminded me and whatnot. So, yeah, that's just life. So.
Bro, see, to me, that's the most following shit ever. So everyone pops a balloon, so monkey see, monkey do. They really be on that shit, bro. They really be on that shit. It's crazy. No one, like, they fear of being the outside one to go against the grain for the other girlies.
Sorry, I'm a little confused. It reminded you of what?
No, because, you know, I'm just mentioning about him being in law enforcement. And so I just felt, although I don't see it as a problem, there's always been a history behind it. So I just would just follow that.
I see.
I don't follow too many, but I'll follow that. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, cool. So, Alistair, is she someone that you would approach if you saw her out?
Yeah, I'm very respectable for every individual.
Alistair, man, fuck that shit. You didn't be like, hell no. Just cook these hoes. I'm joking. They don't deserve it. I'm just trolling.
That I meet. I'm very respectable.
Got it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right, let's go on back. So,
I mean, he's done.
Unfortunately, that is all of the balloons popped, but we do thank you so much for coming on. Let's give it up for him, ladies.
Thank you.
Tough. Alistair got done dirty, y'all. They did my boy dirty. You can't even have a good job, respectable career, and they still will pop the balloon on you. This is crazy.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy.
Who we got here for this next one? Let's see how this goes. Are they going to pop immediately or nah?
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
I'm Will.
Sorry?
Will.
Will, okay, Will, how old are you?
I'm 31. I just turned 31 about 3 weeks ago.
Okay, all right. And what do you do, Will?
I am a civil litigation paralegal in the last semester of law school.
Okay, congrats. Done.
Thank you kindly.
Wait, I bet you the ones
are some things you look for in a woman.
I look for someone that is revealing. I don't like someone too shy or reserved. It's a little bit tough to get to know.
Okay.
I also like a progressive woman and someone kind, nice.
What?
Okay. And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Someone unkind. Someone.
I thought they were gonna pop for the height too.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I'm a pretty. I have standards, but I don't have. I'm a pretty chill guy.
Got it.
I like a normal person.
Okay. All right, cool. So we did get a couple of pop balloons. Let's go on over to those ladies and see what's going on.
I want to hear the reason why. I'm willing to bet at least 2 of them talk about the height, for sure.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
Alexis, I'm 29.
Okay. And Alexis, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just feel like the physical attraction wasn't too much there. Like, I think we almost the same height. How tall are you?
Stop.
I'm 5'8".
Oh, okay. Well, I guess these heels are doing something, but little.
She knows goddamn well she's not even close to 5'8" with her little heels, bro. She's 5'1" at best, maybe 5'2". You know, they got the audacity. I can't stand when they try. You're a little too close to my height, bro. You're a whole 6-7 inches taller. Stop it. Stop. It's such a slight at men when they do that, bro. She's 5'3". Maybe she's 5'3". Maybe, chat. Maybe.
Too short for my liking, but you look good.
By the way, I need to say this shit too. Listen, this whole thing with women that are under 5'4", 5'3", women that are under 5'3" that have the audacity to be like, I need a man who's 6'2", 6 foot something. Man, please sit down. You know why? Do you know how awkward it is to try and make love to someone at that height difference? Imagine them trying to 69. She ain't reaching where she needs to reach. Bro's gonna have to lift his head up and trying to reach it because her body don't reach. I'm sorry to get descriptive. Like, anatomically, the shit doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. They need to stop this shit. All right? Get within somebody in your height range of 6 inches plus or minus. Fucking call it a day. You know what I mean? Call it a day.
Yeah, thank you.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5 feet.
She's 5 feet. Get her out of here. I'm gonna blow a fucking blood vessel. I'm gonna blow it. We look
a little level, kind of.
Yo, stop. That's so disrespectful,
is
bro.
she someone that is your type?
Yes, ma'am. She's very beautiful. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Let's go on to our next lady over here. If we can have your name and age.
I'm Lexi, and I'm 27.
She's getting him with the
Lexi,
height.
why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped it because he said that he wanted someone that was easy to get to know, and I am a little bit hard to get to know. Aside from that, like, he's really handsome, and like the height didn't really bother me either. But
Okay, I respect that.
I am a little bit hard to get to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't mean, well, if I could explain. So I don't mean anyone that is, I guess, available to anybody. Of course, you have to be selective. But as far as dating, you do want to get to know somebody. And dating is already a bit of a task in itself. So to add those unnecessary boundaries, it's a bit difficult to deal with.
Understandable.
Okay. And now, is she someone that is your type?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. I like tall women too. So.
Oh. Okay. All right.
She popped.
Let's go on over to our next balloon. If we can have your name and age.
There you go.
Caprice, 32.
Okay. And Caprice, why did you end up popping your balloon?
He said he liked tall women. I'm clearly fun sized.
Oh my God.
You know he didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean.
Okay. So apart from him saying that, is he someone that is your type though?
Yes, he's attractive, nice teeth, very beautiful smile, love the color skin.
Thank you so much.
Okay, all right.
By the way, y'all peep how intent the stripper is looking at this whole situation. She sees the future payday. Man's like he's gonna be a lawyer. He's in the law field. She sees it. It's like blood in the water for a shark. Look how she's been watching this man this whole time. She ain't popped that balloon. She sees the writing on the wall. She's going to hang in there as long as she can. I bet you, chat. I bet you she's going to try and hold on and try and win this man.
Okay. Now she's someone that is your type?
Yes, man, definitely. She pretty fly. I like that.
Okay. All right, cool.
I like the tattoo.
Thanks. Okay. So I mean, you did.
Bro,
say
don't glaze too hard. They're gonna pop the balloons. Don't glaze too hard.
A little bit when he said he doesn't mind tall women. He don't discriminate against height.
Okay, I'll give him another try.
Oh, okay. Let's get that balloon back.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, we'll be back for you. Let's go to our next lady.
You finessed her back.
Your
okay.
name and age.
I'm C and I'm 36.
Okay. And C,
Definitely
why did
height.
you pop your balloon?
I would just prefer a guy that's just a little bit taller.
Okay. All right. Now, is C someone that's your type?
Yes, ma'am. Very, very beautiful skin. She pretty fly. Yeah, I like. She got some style to her too.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to our next lady over here. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Nkira and I'm 32.
Height.
Okay. And Nkira, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Same thing as well for her. Like same thing she said. Yeah, I'm sorry. Just the height different. Yes.
Okay. Got it. Now, is she someone that you would approach if you saw?
I just. What is the hang up with women and the height thing? What's the hang up? It's not like she's towering over him. Even the girl before with the dress that just passed, like she's not towering over, bro. She's in heels on top of that. No one's gonna sit there and look at it like, oh, this is weird. You know what I mean? Like, why is it so ingrained in their minds with that?
Her out?
Yes, ma'am. I would.
Okay.
I would.
All right. And so, what makes her kind of your type?
Like I said, I don't mind height or anything like that. She's very beautiful. She looks well put together as well. So.
Thank you.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you. If we can have
She
your
bad
name.
in bed. We all the same
I'm
size.
Danielle,
True.
and I'm 35.
Okay. And Danielle, why did you pop your balloon?
I don't particularly want a short king either. But I do think he's very handsome.
Okay.
Everything about him is really spot on.
Thank you.
I'm 5'7", so we about the same height. so, but.
Okay, got it. No.
5'7", they got heels on. Why, man? It's not that big of a difference. They really be like, bro's about to be a lawyer. Bro is put together well. This is what blows my mind. Like, he actually looks like he got his stuff together, fresh cut. I ain't even mad at the wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be a lawyer. You can literally, at least right now, he checks off a lot of the boxes, and they will still throw it away because of the height. And bro's like an inch shorter with heels on. It's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like you can hit them with the best thing right across their face, like a big fat cock, and they would still fucking not get it and pass on it. It just blows my mind. You wonder who won the debate? Man, listen.
I feel like I know what you're about to say, but I'm gonna still ask anyway. Is she someone that's your type?
Yes, ma'am. I'd approach her.
Okay. And what makes her your type?
She pretty nice build. She got a nice smile. She seems personable as well.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go to our next.
I'm gonna tell you, she got like an
If we can
aggressive
have your name and
personality.
age.
That to me is a big
32.
no.
Okay. And Kiana, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Well, I mean, I seen him from afar, so I was thinking maybe he's not too short. But then, you know, I'm 5'9", and with heels I'm like 6'1", so yeah. My apologies.
Got it. Okay, now Will, is she someone that is your type?
Yes, ma'am, and I wouldn't mind the height, but even with heels on, so.
I know, but yeah.
Oh no, I don't want to convince you to change your answer, but.
Oh no,
no.
yeah.
Well, thank you though.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's head back
Crazy.
this way.
There's only two left.
We still do have 2 unpopped balloons.
The scripper and the.
I'm gonna go ahead and have you ask these ladies a question, just to kind of help you see which one is more of your match.
Okay.
They always think someone's better. Yep.
So, what do you ladies look for in a man?
Last one got Lil'
Let's
Kim's
start
face.
with your name and age,
Yeah,
and what
she
do you
do.
look for in a man?
My name is Tiffany, and I'm 26. And what I look for in a man is like a leader, a guider, someone who can give me knowledge and take from what I give them too. Also, someone who wants to build, pretty much.
And get her off the stripper pole.
I like that. I like that.
He just don't know what she do yet.
We got your name
He
and
don't
age
know what
earlier.
she
So,
does.
what are some things you look for in a man?
What I look for in a man is a man of integrity, a man of character, a man that know how to cultivate the woman God called me to be,
Okay.
a man that know how to have a kind and gentle spirit, and know how to have fun.
That's
I know
good.
she a
like the
Christian
woman with a
freak.
little edge to it too, so. That's
Okay. Ladies, any questions for him?
So what's most important to you, physical attraction or mental stimulation?
Mental stimulation. If I could be a bit honest, hopefully it don't sound too lewd, but I think when in the future when I'm no longer say as active as I am, I look for someone that I could talk about anything with and nothing with.
Okay. You good? Mm-hmm. Okay. What about for you?
Do you mind a woman with kids?
No, I don't. And I guess I should have said that as well. I have a 10-year-old, so.
Okay,
if
and
you
this
don't-
follow-up question, you only have one?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We don't need more than one baby mama.
So do you have kids?
Yeah, how many baby days you got?
Congratulations.
Ask her. Ask her, bro.
All right. Any further questions before I have you pop one of them?
So I do live in Florida. So
No.
Okay. So long distance, I'm guessing, is a no.
It's only because I really like I'm a clingy person. Like I'm a Gemini. I want to be loved like online. I want all the attention. Okay. So it's kind of hard to do that when you're far away.
I mean, she's getting it in the strip club every night. Come on,
Is that going to be a problem for you?
It doesn't bother me.
You live here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You want to stay? You want to stay?
It depends if you give me a reason to leave.
Okay. Hey, I like them.
Just bring you on up here. Come
I like
on
them.
up,
I think they're gonna be a good little couple. I ain't gonna lie. She got a nice.
All right. So
she got a
any
nice
final
personality.
questions between either one of you before.
And she's cute in the face.
So in this season of your life, what makes you believe that you're ready for love?
Because I have made myself available to it and my heart is open for it. I've done a lot of things in my life. 10-year Army vet as well, so I've been a lot of places. And I believe that I've accomplished most of the things I want to accomplish on my own.
Okay. Like
yeah.
the answer.
Yeah. Bro's killing it.
So
Bro's
is
killing
it. Be a
it.
yes for you for him.
Hey, boys, he killing it.
Is it a yes for you for her?
Bro is seasoned and ready.
We got a man.
Well done. Love that. Love that. That was a good match. I like
I'll
that.
take this mic and you
That was a
guys
good
can
match,
go
y'all.
on up.
Listen, chat. She 100% talking about she's a Christian coach or whatever. I done been with them Christian freaks. Let me tell you, I know she fits that archetype. All right, bro just came up off of him a good woman that he gonna have to hassle with. She gonna break it off. I think that's a good match. 100%. That was solid. And she secured the bag. She did. She got herself a little lawyer boo. Yeah, dubs all around. That was a good one. Called it. All right, let's see what the next one is.
All
right, y'all. Another round of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Let's find out how this one plays out here.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy.
Are they gonna pop the balloon on the first look? Let's see.
Hello, welcome in. I'll have you hold this.
Oh, no.
What's your name?
My name is Sydney.
Sorry, hold the
Sydney.
mic up. Sydney?
Yes.
Okay, Sydney, how old are you?
I'm 35.
35, and what do you do?
I own a luxury car rental service.
Okay.
And I also manage celebrity talent.
Very cool. What are some things you look for in a woman?
I love someone that's in touch with their emotional intelligence, someone who could connect on that side, and who has, a level of self-esteem that I could connect with.
Got it. And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers is a lack of confidence. So somebody who may have daddy issues that's unresolved. So those are my deal breakers, but I'm pretty open. I love to just connect first and kind of see where that go.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
So I'm big on traveling. I love shopping.
Okay.
And I love to kind of really try different type of foods.
Got it.
So yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see you big on shopping. You came out with the bag, everything.
Yeah, I'm in my bag and I'm full of surprises. I just want to make sure you know that. Okay.
Damn.
Okay, so we did get a few pop balloons.
Cool.
Let's go on over there. And see
I'm not
what's
sure why he
going
brought the
on.
bag though.
I'll leave this here.
Okay. If we can have your name and age.
My name is Lexi, and I'm 27.
His shit's wrinkled though, man. I ain't
Lexi,
gonna
why'd you
lie.
end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon just because of the eyebrows. Like, you have your eyebrows done, and I don't really even do my own eyebrows.
They
so
zoomed
it's
in
just
on the
kinda
eyebrows.
like, I don't want you in the mirror longer than I'm in the mirror. So, yeah.
That's crazy to say that.
So now is Lexi someone that's your type?
Lexi's very beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay. Very cool. So if you saw her out, you'd approach her?
I would.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. All right, let's go to our next pop balloon.
Some of these guys got to be a dog and be like, nah, I wouldn't.
I am C and I'm 36.
And C, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I prefer men that aren't too flashy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about him is giving off flashy?
The bag, I prefer less for men.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want less for men?
Yeah.
Say less, baby. We get you less.
Have you gotten that before?
Not necessarily, because I'm a person that kind of really switch up my styles. I kind of wear, I'm a man of many hats, so I wear a lot of different looks.
Got
so
it.
today was one of those things. I just try to figure out where I want to take you after this. So,
Gotcha.
All right. Now, is C someone that you approach if you saw her
very
out?
beautiful again. I would say yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. We did get one back here. Let's go back.
Okay.
All right. If we can have your name and age.
Alexis, and I'm 29.
Why is the
All right,
stream
and
stop?
Alexis, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I mean, he's like too pretty. Like,
Bro,
you
Instagram
can
gotta
tell
stop
you
fucking
do a
taking my
lot,
streams
getting
down.
ready and
Cocksucking
stuff.
app.
Like how she said she doesn't want a man in the mirror longer than she is. But I mean, hey, you look good, but not really my type.
Okay.
Thank
you. That same thing, is she someone that you would approach?
She seemed like she has a great personality, very pleasant. Got the little homemade dimples. I like the little dimples sitting there. Yeah. And then again, I love red carpets. I like going to the gala. I love just really nice places to go. So I wasn't sure about the area out here. So I wanted to kind of make sure I was dressed for the occasion. But I appreciate that.
Okay,
You could always get your balloons back, lady.
Oh. Hey, it's not only how you're dressed; it's in your face.
It's in my face too.
You're a pretty boy.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Okay.
But, yeah.
They never want a man to
down
look
over
better than
here.
them, which is, I don't.
All right. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Nkiru, and I'm 32.
Okay.
The reason why I pop, I think I see like tattoos.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't do tattoos.
Oh, you
I'm
don't do
sorry.
tattoos.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Where you from, by the way?
I'm Nigerian.
Nigerian. I have
Yes.
a lot of friends from Nigeria. Very, beautiful culture.
Thank you.
Yes. Actually, my last girlfriend was from Africa. So, yeah, very
Nice.
interesting. I love the culture, by the way.
Nice. Thank
But
you.
thank you.
Thanks.
Yep.
All right. And now she's someone that's your type?
Beautiful. Yes, again.
Thank
yes.
you.
Yes. She connects with her culture and her background. That's a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go to our next. Oh, actually, no, there ain't no next lady. I lied. Let's go back. Let's go back. All right. So we do have 3 unpopped balloons.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and have you ask the ladies a question just to kind of help you narrow it down, see who is more of your match.
Stripper chick going for it all.
Wait, what do you guys like to do? And thank you for keeping your balloons. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Let's start right here with your name and age.
My name is Tiffany, and I'm 26 years old. I like traveling as well. I love trying new foods. I love doing new things. I'm still like in my 20s, so I like to just try everything new. Like, I'm a very adventurous person.
Spontaneous?
Yes, I'm very spontaneous.
I love that. I love that. Any particular type of food you like?
I love Italian food.
Okay. I love that. So do I. So do I. Thank you.
Let's go to our next lady. We'll start with your name and age and then the answer to this question.
I'm Danielle, and I'm 35.
I can't believe she's still in this one.
Oh,
And then the answer to this question.
Things that I like to do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I feel like I'm pretty adventurous and spontaneous. I'm kind of down for whatever. I do like to have fun. I like to go out and dance. I like to lounge. I like to also be at home.
Beautiful. I like that. I like that. What about your favorite food? Any particular food you like? I love to eat.
I have a very restricted diet.
Okay.
Very restricted. I was a vegetarian
It stops
for
for me
6
after an
years,
hour?
and I
Is that a
only
new
eat chicken
thing?
and turkey.
Oh, wow.
But I don't eat any dairy products. I don't take any cow's milk, anything like that.
Okay. That's very
It used to be
interesting.
4 hours.
Thank you. Do you live in the area?
I do.
Okay.
Good.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Let's go on to our next lady. We'll start with your name and age and then just the answer to this question.
My name's Kiana. I'm 32. You said name, age, and...
And then your question was?
Just a little bit about what you like to do, what you enjoy doing.
I love to travel. I like to work. I'm very busy, so that's also something that I do enjoy. Shopping and whatnot, and yeah.
Nice. I love
Very
shopping.
basic, like,
I love shopping. Where do you like to shop? Where do you enjoy shopping?
Everywhere.
Just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, like I like my Forever 21's H&M's, but then I also like my Ferragamo, Gucci, and stuff like that.
Nice.
So
There's nothing wrong with that. So you work hard, play hard?
yeah.
I like that. Yeah. So I have 8 sisters. So I kind of connect on different levels with different people. And they kind of all taught me kind of really how to just, every woman have their own different tastes.
Yeah.
So 8 sisters, 8 different personalities. So I like that. Very beautiful though.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so kind of based off of those responses you heard, I'm going to have you pop
What do y'all think?
one of those ladies'
Little
balloons.
Kim, nervous and shy, she is.
Pick.
The girl sounds like she
I'm
would
going to
fight a
give this
man.
over to you.
You talking about the second
I
from
know,
the
it's
end?
tough.
Yeah.
They're all gorgeous ladies.
Can I ask like one more question?
Next round. For this round, you do have to pop that one. Uh-huh.
Oh. Oh. I don't know. That's a tough one.
I bet.
Oh. I'll just go with her.
Got rid of the stripper.
I saw it was really, really tough.
It was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough.
So why did we end up going with hers?
It was tough. I love the fact that you took a chance, even with your age. And I love the fact that you're very spontaneous and that you're open to new things. And that you're okay with a guy that kind of take care of himself a little bit. I might have my barber went a little too far. He did that. But that's cool. Something I learned from or whatever. But I think you're very beautiful.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you're going to find somebody that connects very well with you. So, yeah.
Yo, the stripper tried to hold out for the guy, for the law guy. She got popped. Now she's trying to hold out for the luxury owner guy. She got popped.
No, honestly, like I don't mind flashy. I'm very like over the top myself, so I didn't mind that. I like when someone takes me to do new things or try to do new things. I love a man that loves women. So knowing that you have a bunch of sisters, I have a bunch of sisters as well. That was a really like good thing for me.
You know, and my sisters, I've learned a lot from them, you know, taking care of yourself, you know, and just really just being neat. I think a woman wants a man who's clean.
I like a man that goes to the nail salon with me too.
Right. I don't necessarily go to the nail salon, but I used to own a chain of barbershops. So, you know, I always think that it's important to make sure that you maintain your look, especially if you want someone who's, you know, who wants to connect with you and you represent them. So I think that I represent,
very true.
Just like I represent a few talents in the industry, I represent my woman.
What was your deal breaker for me?
Well, the deal breaker for me was really just your age. It was the age.
Like older men.
You know, my last girlfriend was close to your age. And sometimes in the area of that, there's a little bit of just
uncertainty.
Just uncertainty. You're learning a lot. And, you know, there's
maturity.
Some room for growth for all of us. So I was just looking at that. But you're very beautiful, and I could tell we could really get along. You have really good energy.
Thank you.
You have really good energy. Like red carpet stuff, just getting out there and just having fun and connecting.
What's up, Bobby?
I really didn't ask what they do, but that's okay.
We could ask her next.
Oh,
week.
Come on. You want to ask her? She's a stripper.
All right. So what do you do?
I work in human resources.
Okay, excellent. So you basically, you work in human resources, just keeping everything organized and making sure everyone's following the company policies and things like that.
Pretty much.
Excellent. Any other side things you enjoy doing, or you do like side work or jobs, hustles, or businesses?
Not currently. I'm kind of focused on my career and growing where I am currently.
Nice.
So
that's
where I
interesting.
am.
Nice. All right,
Ask
thank you.
her. All right. And what do you do?
Well, I am a CNA, and also I am a supervisor at a shoe store.
She's so
and
nervous.
Real estate.
Real estate.
So,
Excellent.
yeah.
Okay. I do real estate as well. I really do. Do you live in the area?
No,
Where do you live?
Miami.
Oh, you live in Miami?
I live in
Okay.
Miami.
This makes sense. Like, I was thinking to myself, like, you're a CNA, which is should be a good profession. So there's this thing growing. There's a growing thing, like people, it's not really talked about. It kind of is. Word's been getting out. But, you know, there's a thing, and a lot of it's in Miami. I'm not saying that this is her, but I'm just saying that she's fitting the script of what's happening. But there's this growing trend of very beautiful women, very beautiful women that you would, you know, like the IG model types, you know, the ones you'd see on IG and all that are getting into real estate. And, you know, I'm going to let you figure out how they're closing their deals. You see, like, there's a growing, like, shadow business, and you see where I'm going at with this? And her saying that she does real estate in Miami and the visuals, I'm just saying, you know, just curious about how she may have closed a deal or two. That's all. You know?
All right.
I'm in Miami.
Nice.
I know the
That's
lifestyle.
nice.
Exactly, Sal.
Okay. All right. Any children?
I have a daughter. She's 12 years old.
All right.
But I do want 5 kids total.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
She's just my first one.
Okay.
So I have a lot of work to do.
I hear you.
How old is she?
Do you have any kids?
I do have a daughter. Yes, I do have a daughter. I think it's important, you know, understanding that a woman that has a daughter, to me, she made room in her life to add someone else. 'Cause that's not easy. So being independent and by yourself, sometimes women become selfish and just kind of really don't know how to share that space. So I appreciate that. I do.
All right, ladies, do we have any questions for him?
Probably right. True.
Yes.
32,
you asked if we
wants
were
5
local. Are
kids?
you local?
I'm not local, but I'm open to travel. I'm open to flying you out. Just really making sure I make the connection, because I'm serious. I'm really.
Where are you located?
I'm actually from New York City, but I currently reside in Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old is your daughter?
My daughter's 9, but she lives in Chicago with her mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's well taken care of.
Any questions on your end?
You said selfish. What do you mean by that?
What you mean? Not being selfish, meaning that you know how to share some of your love, your time, your attention, your space.
What?
Okay, yeah. I am selfish. Like I'm like not completely selfish.
My
Like,
God.
of course, I do have that all for my daughter, but I get told a lot from my exes. Like I do have selfish behavior and whatnot. I was pretty spoiled growing up, so I mean, I just want to be honest. So
pop
that
her
way
balloon,
you're
bro.
not,
Bro,
like,
pop her balloon.
bamboozled.
She is a red flag, bro. She is a red flag. I don't know why she gives me the vibe of being a complete pillow princess, 100%. I know the type. I done been there, done that.
Bamboozled. Okay.
Okay.
So, but you have room? Do you have room to share with others?
Yeah, of course. That's why I'm here.
Beautiful.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, but that is a part of me.
Yes.
So,
nice.
yeah.
Okay. We'll be back for her. So why did we end up popping?
I'm definitely, so I have children myself, but my children are older, well above 9. So I am definitely in the stage of my life where I'm looking for someone who wants to be selfish with me. I want all your time. I understand we work. I understand you have other responsibilities, but I need to be number one priority. And unfortunately, you got sisters, your daughter, you got a lot of people in front of me. And that's just unfortunately not
What's the sisters
where I
got
am
to
in
do with
life.
it?
Yeah, my sisters are all in their own world. They live in different countries. My sister live in Mexico. My other sister live in New York. They're all in their own world, married and just focused. So I'm out of their space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me walk you on up. Ooh,
Nah.
ooh. Go ahead.
I just think
She's a
that
follower. She about to pop it.
I don't think it's will be a match. Like, some have to pop the balloon.
Oh.
That's the second time this chick has popped the balloon after all the other girls pop it. She just be, I'm just gonna follow the leader.
All right. So why'd you end up popping?
I just don't see too much of like not even necessarily connection because it's been 2 minutes.
Yannick, what's up?
But you just remind me of someone. I don't know, someone in my family, like
Okay.
you too, like my uncle or my dad.
I'll tell you, MoonDawg, she want a
like,
sugar daddy,
I think it's
100%.
like, you just remind me of something. So, yeah.
That's fair.
All right. Thank you. Oh, man.
Wow.
Well, that is unfortunately all of the balloons popped, but we do
Wow.
thank you so much for coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies.
Listen, man, bro, you know, regardless of how he presented, like he actually is taking care of, it's important that men take care of their grooming, right? And he clearly puts in the effort to make sure he looks well presented. There's nothing wrong with that. It's unfortunate that they saw that as him being a pretty boy. Bro's not a pretty boy. I think we know a real pretty boy. You know what I mean? So he was well articulated his thoughts and his responses, and you know, seemed very genuine. And all of them just said, "Nah, get out of here, bro," which is pretty unfortunate.
Take the mic.
So I never got a chance to show the surprise.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Do we get to see it still?
Nah.
I don't want to be nobody's last option.
So maybe next time.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies.
That backfired on him. That backfired on him real bad, bro. Homeboy dodged them all. I think so too.
Okay. Let's go ahead and bring.
All right. We're back. Pop the balloon or find love. Another round in the latest episode here with Arlette Amuli. Let's take a look and see how this plays out.
Guy.
Are they going to pop it all at once? We haven't seen one of that happen in a while.
Hello, welcome in.
Oh.
Can I have your name?
Oh, I already know this is going down.
My name is Moan.
Moan?
Moan, like make you moan. Yeah. Moan.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 38.
38. Okay, what do you do?
I'm a creative impresario.
What?
Okay, and what does that mean?
So pretty much, creative impresario is a person that excels in the arts. So I have a video production company called Dreamcast Video.
Okay.
And I'm also a brand, so I'm Moan on a beat.
Okay, cool. And now what are some things you look for in a woman?
So I look for emotional maturity. I look for consistency and pretty feet and good credit.
Okay.
But if you don't got good credit, you got bad credit, I know how to fix that to get us some funding. You
Okay, got it. And now what are some of your deal breakers?
What is happening
My
right
deal
now?
breakers, ugly feet.
They said Welcome to America Part
Deal
3.
breakers is also attitude. I don't do attitude and combativeness. I don't do that either.
Okay. All right, so we did get a couple of pop balloons. Let's go on over to some of these ladies.
This is going to be
and see why they
interesting,
ended up
y'all.
laughing.
This is going to be real interesting.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
I'm Alexis, and I'm 29.
Okay. Alexis, why did you pop your balloon?
I didn't really like the make you moan statement. And you kind of look like Coming to America right now.
I got you.
Yo.
As long as you happy, I'm happy.
For sure. I see you used to dealing with peasants, so you don't know when you see a king.
Yo. Yo. Okay.
Is she someone that's your type?
You know, I say I like feet.
Oh.
I ain't really feeling her feet.
Hey, I'm kind of hot right now. So.
But the feet ain't working for me, so.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She hold on, but she pretty though. Yeah. She definitely pretty, but you could look like Holly Berry. If you ain't got pretty feet, I ain't rocking with it. Bless up.
Let's go to our next
And he
lady.
walked off on her. He's about to have them all shook on their feet game right now. He's about to have them all shook on their feet game. They over there rolling up their toes right now, like, don't let them see my feet.
We can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
I'm Lexi, and I'm 27. It's complicated.
Nah, just keep it real. Just say it.
You don't have no socks, so it's not. It's just not it.
For sure.
It's not it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is Lexi someone that's your type?
Let's look at
And
Lexi real quick.
Don't do too much.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Lexi, you kind of doing your thing, you know.
Thanks.
She got a queen look, feet pretty, got a nice tattoo.
Thank you.
That's your real hair?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, if that's your real hair, yeah.
Thank
you.
you.
Cool. Yeah, she look decent. For sure.
Okay, thank you. Let's go.
You know,
over here. We can
that
have your
wasn't
name
it.
and
She
age
lied.
and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Tiffany, and I'm 26 years old. It's just, you seem like a funny guy. I love to laugh, but it's just giving real gimmicky.
Sure.
That's really it to me.
Okay.
It's just giving gimmicky. The moan statement, it's just giving gimmicky.
I wonder if he went up there just to troll.
That's really it.
Okay, cool. I like that.
Okay, so is Tiffany someone that's your type?
Nah.
And why not?
The fit is kind of cheesy to me. Kind of looking a little bit rainbowish, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one that do lace fronts, so I don't really feel like the lace fronts. And but don't get it twisted. I could see through all that, and through all that, you beautiful.
Thank
You know
you.
what I'm saying? And you got a soul that glow.
Thank you.
But gimmicky, look me up. You see what's good
Okay.
with me. For sure.
Got you.
Yo, bro's trolling.
If we can have your name and age
Let your
and why you ended up popping your balloon.
soul
Hi, I'm C, and I'm 36.
Okay, see.
I ended up popping my balloon because I didn't like some of the comments that you made, but also I don't like your outfit. I mean, I do think I think it's great that you're 38. That's kind of the age range that I'm going for, and you do seem funny. But I think a lot of the guys before you kept it really like classy and really nice, and that's the type of guy that I'm looking for.
I hear that.
Someone nicer. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Okay. Is he someone that's your type?
C's pretty cool. Pretty feet.
Thank you.
Cool outfit. The outfit, I mean, people saying I'm gimmicky. The outfit look kind of gimmicky.
I mean,
But,
it's better than yours.
It's better than mine.
It's better than
And
yours.
I'm really like into like, I really like natural. But again, just like I mentioned with her, I'm all about natural, and I can see through it all, and you're beautiful. You seem like you have like an aura that's really glowing, and I rock with that. I like
He definitely trying to take
beautiful
shots
skin,
at him. He definitely
amazing
trying to
skin.
take shots.
And yeah, she pretty cool.
Okay.
For sure.
All right, thank you.
He got shorty
Let's go
one
on
with the
over
feet
here.
comment.
We can
Oh, he
have
did.
your name and age
He
and why
definitely
you
got
ended
him
up
hot.
popping your balloon.
Hi, my name is Nkir, and I'm 32. I really don't know what to say, but I don't think I feel like a connection between us. And I mean, you look nice, but I don't think you're the right person for me.
Respect.
Okay. And what's making you feel like he's not really the right person?
She knows the questions to ask him.
Like some of the comments you made earlier, that was part of it. And I don't know. I just don't feel the connection. Like tradition aspect.
For sure.
Traditionally, I don't. Where are you from?
I'm Caribbean. I'm originally from the USA.
Yes.
Mother's Trinidadian, father's Jamaican.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, nice. But
sure.
I don't think I feel the connection.
Cool.
Yes.
Got it. And now, is she someone that's your type?
She's giving me real goddess energy. Like the fit is definitely on point. The rings, the gold, the glow, the neck, the heels.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, I'll keep it 100.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you said I had comments back there, but you know, I give credit when it's due, and you definitely glowing, superstar.
All right, thank you.
Bless up yourself. Don't worry yourself.
All right, if we can have your name and age
boy,
and
this
why
is-
you ended
this
up
is
popping
funny.
your balloon.
I'm Danielle, and I'm 35. I popped my balloon originally because it just didn't match the kind of person that I am. Personality-wise, just coming out just the way we're dressed, I feel like we wouldn't step out together. But on top of that, I feel like you're going to tear me up and then break my ass right the fuck back down. So I'll stay clear of that.
For sure.
All right, so is she someone that's your type?
Well, me having Caribbean parents, I'm real big on energy and real big on auras. And you seem like you have an amazing aura. So I would never break you down. Anybody that rocks with me, I always lift them up. I'm an upgrader, always upgrade. Anybody that comes in my vicinity, I upgrade them. You get what I'm saying? But you, beautiful feet, beautiful heels, the dress is immaculate, the watch is crazy, the tattoo is like that, the kisses on the chest is like that, hair is like that. I'm gonna give you a
It's
salute.
mine, too. Don't.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah, it's mine.
That's
It's
you?
mine.
So big up yourself, darling. Nah, worry
I
yourself.
appreciate you.
She had to make that clear.
All right, if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name's Kiana. I'm 32.
Bless up yourself, Kiana.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Kiana and 32. I popped my balloon because, you know, just
Everybody else did. Just say it.
seems very not flashy, but showy and whatnot.
Okay.
Not understanding the fit. So I don't know if it's coming to America. But I mean, as far as that's what it looks like, and all power to you. But yeah,
For
just yeah. I just know if that's how you dress, because if we're going on a date and whatnot, I'm very like a chill kind of not flashy at all kind of person.
I got you.
So yeah, that's it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Got it. Now, is she someone that you would approach?
Check her
your
feet. Check her
type?
feet, bro. Check the feet. Check the feet.
Kiana? Kiana's cool. Where you from?
Miami.
Miami, okay. So I'm from Silver Spring, Maryland, but I know a lot of people in Southeast DC. You give me that type of vibe, which is smooth.
Southeast
your aura
DC.
is beautiful. I like the colors. Feet is gorgeous. I love feet. Feet is gorgeous.
Bro.
Heels is different. I like that. But
He's a
lot of
professional
people not
foot
gonna understand
inspector.
where I'm at because I'm on like an elevated level. You get what I'm saying? And again, like I told the other, anybody that come in my vicinity, I upgrade them. You get what I'm saying? And what might seem gimmicky to some is treasure to others. You feel what I'm saying? So is she somebody that I would date? Not really. Not because she isn't attractive, but I'm an artsy type of person. And when it comes to people that I connect with, it's people that is in the artsy nature. You know what I mean? I do events, I do art shows, things like that. And not saying that she doesn't fit that vibe, but again, like the others, I could see through everything. And I got one question, and it's really
Look, he trying to basically say that she ain't at that level. You know what I mean? Like, she's just there to be cute. Like, she ain't gonna get involved in the arts. He's trying to be polite about it, to be honest.
Explaining to you and a couple of other females with the lashes. What is it with women with lashes? What is it?
But I don't know. Like, what you're wearing a piece that's exemplifying your everything about you. So
For sure.
that's what I'm doing. I'm just wearing a piece that's exemplifying my beauty. So
Nah, trust me, sweetheart, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm not. I just I think that a lot of times women, when they're wearing the lashes, I think they're wearing it for themselves and not knowing what a man really likes. And a man really likes supernatural, but
I'm the type of person where
They're not
I'm
doing
gonna
it for
do
us.
everything how I want to do for myself,
Yeah.
as far as like even what I'm eating, losing weight, because I'm just gonna do how I want myself to look,
For
and
sure.
my man just has to like it. Like,
For sure. Okay, cool. I like that. That's
Thank
what's
you.
up.
She 100% saying, I'm going to do what I want to do. He got to like it, take it or leave it, which, you know, God bless if you find a simp that'll fall for that shit. But
Let's go back this way. Oh, this way. All right. Well, unfortunately, that is all of the balloons popped. But we do thank you so much for coming on. Let's
sure.
give it up for him, ladies.
Bless up, y'all.
Take this.
all right. That one was a little tough to watch. I mean, we got the professional foot inspector came up here. He kind of laid into some of the ladies, you know, with some little, you know, light clapbacks over there. You know what I mean? Overall, though, I saw this coming. Once he came wearing that, I knew that they were going to just not take him seriously, and they was going to pop all the balloons, and there he is going on his merry way. Yo, the Coming to America Part 3 comments were pretty fucking hilarious throughout all of this, for sure. All Democratic parties are throwing Joe Biden under the bus. They're panicking. You're seeing it is turning against Joe Biden. What did they say? I'm going to have to watch the analysis after, because we stopped watching it after we watched the presidential debate. So I didn't watch it. I'm going to have to see what they say. I think everyone saw how stuttery he is. Once I go on social media, we're really going to get a pulse of what people thought about it from Joe's performance. What was the purpose of the briefcase? It was just part of his look. Let's get to the next round.
Thank you.
All right, y'all, we're back. Another round of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, episode 13 with Arlette Amuli. Let's jump into this one, see how this one plays out here.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy.
Well, they popped the balloon at first appearance, at first
Hello,
look.
welcome in. What's your name?
Boom, boom, two down.
My name's June.
June?
Yep, June.
Okay, how old are you?
33.
33, and what do you do?
I'm an actor, I'm a writer, producer, all of that.
Okay, all right. And now what are some things you look for in a woman?
Someone who knows how to communicate, someone who, I know we all go through things, but someone who's healed, preferably, and someone who's fun, you know, not too stuck up,
Okay.
pretty much.
And now what are some of your deal breakers?
Somebody that smokes cigarettes. Can't do cigarettes.
Okay.
Oh, why you smoke cigarettes, baby?
All right, so we did get a couple of pop balloons. Let's go on over to the ladies and see what's going on.
Let's go.
Okay, if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Alexis, and I'm 29, and you said you don't like a smoker, and I'm an occasional smoker.
You smoke cigarettes?
Oh, sometimes.
No.
Okay. Hey, that's crazy. That's what's up. No judgment.
Now, before he said that you did have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
I mean, you know, he got a nice swag about him, so
Appreciate it.
Seemed like good personality.
He's wiping his forehead.
Got it. And now, is Alexis someone that's your type?
Yeah, actually, yeah. She's very attractive.
Thank you.
I like the little diamonds in the teeth. I like that.
Yeah,
That's dope.
All right, let's go on to our next lady. All right, if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Tiffany, and I'm 26, and I popped my balloon because you're giving me big cousin vibes. Like, you remind me of my big cousin, and it's just, yeah. But everything else, you seem like you're a ball of energy. You seem like somebody I could have fun with. But other than that,
Like, specifically, you have a cousin specifically that reminds you of?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang. He must be cool as hell. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
he is. He's like one of my favorites.
That's a bad way to go down when they hit you with "you remind me of my brother or cousin" line. That gotta hurt. That stings a man. You're like, oh no, baby, because we could have been something, but you think of me as your brother or cousin. You're a loss. You know?
Okay, all right.
Okay. Now, is Tiffany someone that's your type?
Yes, actually. Yeah. I like the fit. It's like, I like it. She matched it too. I like that. Got the little glitter. I like that. That's what's up.
Thank you. All right, let's go on to our next lady. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Hi, I'm C, and I'm 36. I popped your balloon because I felt friendship vibes, not relationships. So
okay,
but that's it.
I think when women say this, what it's really coming down to is they don't see him as being fuckable. If we're being all the way 100, there's not a sexual attraction, and they're just not trying to say it that way. So they say, you remind me of a brother or a cousin. Because why? Because they would never see their brother or cousin in that light. So when they say you seem like just like the fun, like you're fun to hang around with, it's because nothing about you in their eyes do they find sexually appealing. You have to have a woman want you sexually in her eyes, right? For her to think of you in that way, like, oh, I could definitely, bang him. For her to even go anywhere in that, opportunity to present itself. So far, 2 of these women basically hit him with that and being like, they're really just not physically attracted. They wouldn't bang him. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's
Clinton,
fair.
all love, bro.
Right.
That's fair.
So is he someone that you approach? Is he someone that's your type?
Yes, actually, I like the dress. You know what I'm saying? She looked like she fit too. I like that.
Thanks. Okay. Let's go to our next lady over here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Nkira, and I'm 32. The reason why I popped is I think you look a little too young for me. Yeah.
I'm older than you.
Yes, but I like them a little older than that. Yeah.
Okay. You like them to look older, not actually be older.
No, like older, like probably like from 35.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
And other than that, you look good, but I just feel like,
Too young.
too young.
100%. Shorty in the green is not going to go with any guy. She just wants something that's not going to be presented to her there. Every round that we've gone through in her comments, every guy has something about her that she doesn't like. She, like, I don't know what it is that she's wanting here, but she's not going to get it. I promise you she's not going to get it.
Okay.
Older than you is still young. That's what's up. That's crazy. That's what's up. Okay.
Okay, and now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, I like the hair. I like the hair. I like the makeup. I like the eyelashes. I do. I like the dress. I don't like the shoes too much, but I like the dress. I like the dress for sure.
All right, thank you.
You look nice, though. You look beautiful.
Yeah, I hate those fucking shoes. Those shoes are terrible.
All right, so we do still have 3 unpopped balloons. So I'm going to go ahead and have you ask these ladies a question just to kind of help you narrow it down, see who's more of your match.
Okay. What are you guys most passionate about?
Good question.
We'll start with your name and age, and what are you most passionate about?
My name is Lexi. I'm 27. There are probably 2 things that I'm really, really passionate about. One is serving my community. I'm a birth doula, and I make plant-based skincare. So I'm really passionate about helping my community. And then the other thing is traveling. Like, I love to travel the world. I love solo traveling. That's just kind of my thing. I want to see what's beyond me and where I live. So those are the things I'm passionate about.
What's your favorite place to go?
Where's my favorite place to go? I've been to Mexico 6 times, so probably Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the food, the people.
Tequila. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How old did you say you were?
It's 27.
27. Okay. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Let's go to our next lady down here. We'll start with your name and age, and what are some things you're passionate about?
Yes.
Or what are you passionate about?
Yep.
I'm Danielle, and I'm 35. The things that I'm most passionate about is my future, honestly. I'm very ambitious. I'm always looking for what's to do next. And then that's pretty much it. That's where I am in life.
Of what to do next. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
what's
it?
next.
No, that's fair.
That was not a great answer. Like, that's all you can give for. Yeah, okay.
That's fair.
He should pop her balloon.
You said you were how old?
I'm 35.
35. Okay. Can I ask her another question? Do you have kids?
I do.
How many?
I have 3.
How many fathers?
I was once married.
So just one?
Yes.
How long were you married?
8 years.
Oh. Okay. No, that's what's up. Okay.
Okay.
I like that. Okay.
All right. Your
No,
name
you
and
don't,
age,
bro.
and what are you passionate
No, you don't, bro. He's like, I'm popping her shit as soon as I can.
My name is Kiana. I'm 32, and I'll say I'm passionate about just setting a foundation for my daughter and whatnot, and yeah, just that.
How's your daughter?
12.
12.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That made no sense. This woman is making no sense with her anything. Is she even coherent? Is she in the same room with everyone else? What are you passionate about? About my daughter? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it, but that, like, personally, like, You know, outside of your child, what else are you passionate about? Can't even come up with an answer for that.
You said you were how old?
32.
32. Okay. Okay.
That and music. Like, I love music.
You sing?
I have a voice. So, yeah.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
She
Not a
is
no.
so
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's head on.
If that was, here's the thing: if she was a man in the same delivery of the answers, all unsure and not confident, they would have popped that balloon so fast.
So, based off of those
She lacks
responses
confidence.
you've heard and what you've seen so far, I'm going to go ahead and have you pop one of these ladies' balloons. So I'm going to hand you a toothpick.
He gonna pop the
just one?
Yep, just one for this round.
He going for the 3 kids. I promise you.
Why you just assume it was you? Why you just assume
Damn,
she stuck hers out like self-sacrifice? That's crazy.
Right,
I thought it was gonna be her for real.
You just like, I know you said you like music, but if you were a singer, like, you just didn't seem like you had the confidence. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, do you sing? You was like,
I did. Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, man, if you was a singer, you're supposed to be like, yeah, I sing.
Yeah, I'm not Whitney Houston, Beyonce. I'm like a very
Nah, that's cool. That's cool. I just like women that are confident. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You beautiful though. For sure.
It's such a backhanded compliment.
So we do have our 2 ladies left.
Oh.
Ladies, do we have any questions for him? Okay, we'll start here, then we'll go to you.
What is your relationship like with your parents?
Oh man. Okay. I would say my relationship with my mom is pretty good. Like, you know, I think we're getting to a point now where we're pushing towards the healthy side. It took some time, but I think we're getting there.
And your dad?
He wasn't in my life, so, you know, not relevant.
Okay. And
she gonna pop it on him.
That's it for now.
Okay.
And she had one down here. Let's head on over here.
She asked if he got any kids.
All right, what was your question?
Do you have children?
No.
Of course.
Do you want children?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm done. I have 3.
Oh yeah, because you got 3.
I'm done. Yes.
Hey, I understand. Like, because I understand 100%.
No.
Dang.
But I did like you. I like everything about him. And don't take this the wrong way. It's just my definition of it. But I like lame.
That's
wow.
crazy.
Just what you give off, like, I love it. That's my type of man. Like, I feel like we could definitely have a ton of fun. But baby, I can't give you no more kids.
That is why the other women popped the balloon. He wasn't fuckable, and they probably seen him as kind of lame. And she just said it out loud. You know what I mean? And then Shorty in the back popped the balloon on him too.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Dang,
All right.
the
We
lame
did
part
get
took
one
me.
more back here. Why did we end up popping?
Okay, so like somebody said, you do kind of give like best friend, brother, big bro vibes. And then also like I want a really big family. Like I'm really big on family. Like whoever I'm with, I want them to have a really great relationship with both their mom and dad, just because like family's just really important to me.
Facts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Facts.
Wow.
All right, well, that's all the balloons popped, unfortunately. But we do thank you for coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies.
So the lesson learned here, fellas that are watching this right now, okay? You got to make yourself sexually attractive to a woman. You know what I mean? And so, you know, confidence is a great way to go about that. You can get the fresh cut, the lining of the beard. You could get dressed up in however, you know, whatever kind of a way, but if you don't have confidence and you have to have a certain level of swag and charisma, that's gonna draw women in and be like, all right, okay, I could definitely see myself giving them some. You got to get them thinking that when they see you, and when they don't, you turn out just like bro right here, which is unfortunate. Like he seemed like a good dude, you know what I mean? But he as the majority of the women in the panel said, he gave off lame vibes / brother cousin vibes. And if you're a guy that falls into that, you know, category, you ain't gonna get none. It's gonna be far and few between. So hopefully you guys learned a lesson from my man right here for sure.
Thank you.
That was tough to watch.
All right.
All right. Another episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. This is another round. Let's see how this one plays out here.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy.
Are they going to pop the balloon at first glance?
Hello, welcome in.
No, they didn't.
My name is Kes.
Kes? Yeah. Okay, how old are you?
I'm 29 years old.
29, and what do you do?
I work in finance as a day job, and I also coach AAU basketball. That's how I give back to the community.
Okay, and now what are some things you look for in a woman?
Just somebody that's caring, somebody that's, understanding, somebody I can bring home to moms.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Got it, okay.
Okay.
And now what are some of your deal breakers?
Real quick, though. Well presented, gives, finance. The look is a finance look, so it makes sense. Obviously, he said he's in finance, so that's already going to be a trigger to the women there. Like, he got a good job, more than likely. And he's speaking well, and some of the things he already said are all favorable. So I think he's got really good chances. I think the lady in the green is gonna pop on him, talking about his height, perhaps.
Smoking. I can't do smoking.
Not smoking.
Why did the green go? I told you. I just called it. This woman doesn't know. She's not gonna get what she wants.
Pop balloons. Let's go on over to these ladies and see, what's going on. We can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Alexis, and I'm 29.
Okay.
And
why'd you pop?
I smoke from time to time, so thought I'd get out the way for you.
All right. And now, she did say she's a smoker. Apart from that, is she someone that is your type, though?
Why are they popping delayed?
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
Thank you. You look nice, too.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, let's go on over to our next ladies over here.
It's not a full turtleneck.
We can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
My name is Tiffany. I'm 26 and I smoke a little weed.
Carl, what's up?
But you are very handsome.
I appreciate that.
All right, and now is Tiffany someone that's your type?
Yeah, she valid too. Okay. Yeah, she's nice.
Now, before he said that, you did have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
Hesitating because I was like, does he mean cigarettes or weed? Because, some guys just don't like cigarettes and some guys just don't like weed. So I didn't know if it's both or just one,
Yeah, fortunately, it's both.
It's both, okay.
I understood.
All right, let's go over to our next lady over here.
Why?
You can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Hi, I'm C and I'm 36. I popped my balloon because just the height.
Okay.
Oh, this bullshit again. Like, they're practically eye to eye, man. This is the travesty. I promise you, this is women working against their own selves. You know what I mean? Like, dude can have all of everything else they want, and it's we're the same height, or you're not taller than me. Mind you, they're in heels. So right now she's in heels, and they're just about at eye level height, and it's still, man, you're just not the right height for me. You know what I mean? Throwing away a potentially perfect suitor for her, just because of some superficial height thing. It's crazy.
Anything else? I mean, you're in finance. I like your outfit. So, good job.
Cool.
All right. Now, is she someone that you would approach? Is she your type?
Yeah, she is actually. Yeah, she seems like a good vibe. I feel vibrant personality. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go on over here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Hi, my name is Nkiru, and I'm 32. The reason why I popped is same thing with her too, like the height.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them a little taller, but besides that, you look great.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Now, is she someone that is your type?
I would say yeah, but I feel like, I think sometimes it seems as though you're not welcoming. It seemed like your facial expressions were like, don't talk to me. So, I like somebody who I can go and talk to, not be afraid to talk to. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Have you gotten that before? Yeah.
She got the...
I didn't know it was showing my face. But yeah, sometimes I do have like that straight face. Like
She got the rusty bitch face. Yeah.
Thank you. And let's go down over here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Kiana, 32. Very handsome, clean, love the teeth. Are those veneers? Well, don't even matter. Like, they look nice.
Are they veneers?
Really clean. I just, I'm not a smoker, but I do know like a lot of smokers. I would not even know a lot of smokers, but
I just do know that those that suffer from PTSD, it kind of calms them. So I'm just like, you know.
What is this woman talking about? She is fried, bro. There's no way she works in real estate or is a CNA where she can't even put together and articulate a fucking answer. What does smoking with PTSD people have to do with you popping the balloon? Oh my God, she is fried.
Maybe not.
She is fried.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, is she someone that is your type?
She is. She is.
Okay, what makes her your type?
What?
It's tough. She's nice. I think again, the way she speaks, what I get from her, the physical, she's solid. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so we do have 2 balloons left unpopped. I'm gonna go ahead and have you ask these ladies a question just to kind of help you narrow it down, see who's more your type.
Okay, yeah. So from your prior relationship, what's one thing you learned about yourself that you're working on?
That's real. Let's see. What's real?
No, we always start with you. Let's start down there, and then we'll come back.
That's real. Let's see if they can answer that
with your
question.
name and age and the answer to his question.
My name is Danielle, and I'm 35, and something that I learned about me from my prior relationship is that I was working on is communication. I've always thought that I had top-tier communication because I talk a lot, but maybe take a step back, listen a little bit better, and yeah, that's was the feedback for me.
Nice.
All right. Okay, let's start with your name and age and the answer to his question.
I'm Lexi, and I'm 27. And something that I learned from prior relationships is probably... Dang, I lost it.
Oh, nah.
Dang, I lost it.
Oh, nah.
I can't remember. But
pop her shit right now.
Another thing is just
Pop
patience.
her
Just
shit.
like, you know, being patient with people. Oh, that's what it was. Understanding. Like a lot of times, like I feel like I do things in a certain order and I do things in a way that I would want someone else to do it. So understanding that everyone is different and everybody's not me and everybody kind of does things in their own way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Early onset
Now,
dementia.
ladies, any questions for him?
I'll ask the same question.
Okay, go for it.
What is your relationship like with your parents?
With my parents?
Yes.
So my mom and my sister and my nephews did the world to me. That's my why. That's my reason for why I wake up and do what I do. Outside of that, my dad and I, we don't have the best connection. I think that's a problem with a lot of black families. So I'm trying to rewrite that script. So yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay. Let's head down over here. All right. Any questions for him?
Yes. So you seem conservative, reserved very much. What is something that you do to kind of let loose, show more of your personality?
So
it's a good
it is
question.
Nerve-wracking. So that's part of it. But outside of that, like I said, I coach AAU basketball. So that's where a lot of my screaming and yelling and going all into it, it goes into the kids. Outside of that, I'm really an easygoing guy. So yeah.
And you want kids?
I love kids.
I just don't want any more.
She's going to have to find herself an older man that has already enough kids. She's not going to find a younger guy that she's just not, man. Like, she's just not. The reality for a woman in her position that has 3 already and they're grown and she doesn't want to do the reset, she got to find herself an even older guy. And she may not want to, but that's it. Because a younger guy is more than likely going to want to have a kid. Even if he don't have kids at that moment, he's going to want to have a family. She gotta kind of evaluate how she's going about her dating, because she's just going to keep on not finding these guys. You know what I'm saying? Not on this show, right? Exactly.
That's all.
All right. Let's go on back. Okay, yes. We have another question.
No, you had your
kids.
question.
No kids.
What else? What is your idea of a great first date?
A great first date. So I think it would be selfish of me if I only stated what I would want to do. So that would be something we would communicate.
Okay.
But for me, what I tend to thrive in is finding some sort of mom and pop restaurant to support, and we can have a conversation there.
Okay, I have a couple more questions.
Yo, chill, man. Like, no. Let him ask the questions. He's the one supposed to be, you know what I mean, asking them to find a suitor. She's flipping the script now, doing all this shit like it's on her.
Are you confident, like, with your height? Because I'm tall.
Of course, yeah.
You are?
Yeah, my exes are tall. So.
Oh, I don't care about you.
Yeah, I gotta say.
What else? I think that's it for now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me bring you on up here. Come on up. Come on up. All right. So she said she ain't got no more questions. Any final questions on your end?
Yeah, I just got two.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Hit her with it.
So when was the last time you were genuinely happy?
I'm happy right now. I'm happy every single day. Like, I'm living the life that I want to live. Like I said earlier, like, I travel. I'm a full-time student.
She'll like him and looking for a reason to pop.
pre-med
She
student.
is.
I'm a birth doula. I own a skincare business. Like, these are things that make me happy, that fulfill me. So I have family. I have friends that love me. I'm happy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever dated someone that's shorter than you in heels?
In heels, yeah. Yeah, but in general, no.
Cool. So you're not missing out. That's good.
I was about to ask another question, but I can't remember. I'll ask later, I guess.
Yeah, you're going to ask hopefully on that date. So I got, okay.
She just wants.
Live?
So originally I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but I live in Charlotte right now.
Okay, I live in Atlanta. Does that work?
Yeah, it works for me.
Okay.
Okay. So my final question, is it a yes for you for him?
Yeah.
And is it a yes for you for her?
Of course. Yeah.
We got him.
They did it. I still think, here's one thing. I still think she's looking for a reason to bail out on this guy, because she seems like she's still trying to, I got another question. You know what I mean? Like, she's trying to poke in. Sometimes just go with it. You know what I mean? Like, go on a date and just get to feel him out that way. You know, sometimes you ask yourself, you can ask too many questions to get yourself out of the game. Instead of just going with some of the bare minimum, do they look the part? Do they carry themselves well? Do they seem, do you have a base level attraction just physically? Like, yeah, just go with it. Go on a couple of dates. You could be wowed when you get to sit down and actually talk and get to know them, what they're about. It can really change the whole script. But when we have a current dating culture where it's so superficial, and then you try to interrogate them before you even get to sit and know them, and then you predicate your decision to not go out with someone or pop the balloon on them before any of that transpires, people are just constantly taking themselves out the game and missing on opportunities. I would advocate for anybody to just give it a shot, man or woman. Someone might not be the typical person or preference you go for. Don't automatically nix them out the picture. Give it a shot. All right, and then it don't work, You ain't lose much, right? You go out on a date or two, whatever, but feel it out. Sometimes you'd be surprised on what you find, man.
And you guys can go on up.
She think because she got the punani, she needs to scream. She couldn't all the way around. Yeah. And she's in Charlotte, ain't nothing going down there. She's better take him and run. 3-hour drive ain't nothing. Nah, and especially when you're in Atlanta, and I already see enough Atlanta women talk about how hard it is to find a man to date. Because they want a man that actually, isn't on the low and all of that. So yeah, take him and run. All right, y'all, we back. Pop the balloon or find love with Arlette Amuli. This is the latest episode. I believe this is going to be the last round in this episode. Let's see how this all plays out.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy.
Are they going to pop the balloon?
Welcome in. I'll have you hold that. What's your name?
My name's Michael.
Michael, how old are you?
28.
28. And what do you do?
I'm a sales manager.
Okay, all right. And now what are some things you look for in a woman?
I look for a woman that's got confidence, can do her own.
She popped. The girl, I told y'all the girl in the green was not going to find nobody on this show. Her desires are just not realistic. Out of all the guys, she refused to pick any one of them. She was like the first on every round to pop.
Her own thing. that's pretty much it.
Okay. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers. Oh man. Deal breakers. That's a tough one. I mean, I'm not too picky, to be honest. As long as you have a good personality, you have a good foundation. Really, I don't really have anything. It just really comes down to each person individually, as far as what they're like, what their upbringing is. So that's really it. I'm not too picky.
What are some things you like to do for fun?
For fun, I love to spend time with my family. I like to play basketball, go to the gym, work on my side business that I'm started. So pretty well-rounded, I would think.
Okay, so we did get a pop balloon. Let's go on over there and see what's going on.
What's it gonna be?
All right, if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Hi, my name is Nkiru, and I'm 32. I just feel like you're a little too light for me. I like my men a little dark skin, and I'm not too big on tattoos. I see you have like a little bit of tattoos. I'm not really too big on that, but other than that, you look great, but just not my type.
Hey, that's okay. I thank you. Tattoos are just a tribute to my father, so something I like to show off. But I appreciate that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. And now she's someone that's your type?
I don't really have a type. I think you are very beautiful. You have very beautiful eyes. I love your hair, your dress, everything about you looks good. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so we have quite a few balloons left.
I want to go to date, Moon.
I'm going to go ahead and have you ask these ladies a question just to kind of help you narrow it down.
What you mean,
yeah.
Oh, man. Do I start in any particular order?
Oh, it's going to be a general question for all of them.
Oh, general question.
Yeah.
Well, I guess off the rip, where are you at right now in life as far as what you're looking for in a partner, in a relationship?
Okay. All right. We'll start with your name and age and the answer to this question.
I'm Alexis, and I'm 29, and I think I'm kind of just looking for like a partner in crime, someone that can be my best friend and someone that I can build with.
Okay.
Name and age.
She's picking about the wrong shit. True.
My name is Tiffany. I'm 26, and I'm basically looking for somebody I could have fun with, somebody who can guide me, but also learn from me as well, someone I could build with.
Okay.
Your name and age and the answer to this question.
Hi, I'm C, and I'm 36. I'm looking for a long-term monogamous relationship, potentially marriage.
Okay. All right.
Name and age and the answer to this question.
I'm Danielle, and I'm 35.
Wait, you know what it is? There was something about the girl that just finished talking there with the whatever that fancy colorful dress is. You know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of old girl from the Bronx Tale. Y'all remember the girl that Cologio had a crush on, the black girl? Keisha. Was it Keisha? Keisha, I think it was. She gives me Keisha vibes. Keisha, man. She's still beautiful to this day, that woman. I forgot her real life name, but yeah, she gives me that vibe 100%. Am I the only one?
And I'm looking for someone to have fun with.
Yeah, you missed the scrimmage on Lilith. You missed it on Kick.
Explore and try new things.
Your name and age and the answer to this question.
My name's Kiana. I'm 32.
Just pop your balloon right now.
Looking for
Pop your balloon.
a serious relationship, someone who I can build longevity with and whatnot. And yeah.
Okay.
She always says nothing. You know what I mean? It's just word salad that comes out. She never articulates anything. She's cooked, bro. She's cooked. PG said, watching this shows me how far we have fallen as society. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So I am going to have you pop 2 balloons, based off of what you're seeing, what you've heard, all that good stuff. So let me give you a pick.
Oh, man.
Why?
Have you hold that?
That's crazy.
Okay. Go ahead.
She saw something about him. I think, okay, I know what it is. His body movements looks a little not manly. I think that's what it is.
And pop.
Can I ask a question?
After this round.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, and then just one more. I know one popped, but you got to pop one more.
Go ahead.
All right, I'll have you stay there. So we'll start with the first one you ended up popping. So why did you end up popping hers?
I don't really have a reason. So far, everybody's been really great and open and honest, which I appreciate. Sounds like you are at a point in your life that you're ready for something serious. I don't know if our age gap would be an issue. That was probably the only thing that I was maybe a little hesitant about. But
How old are you?
28.
Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I didn't hear that. Sorry. Like, yeah, that is pretty. I mean, I do like dating older guys, but yeah.
Okay. Let's go over
I'm pretty sure this woman was not paying attention at all throughout this whole thing.
here. So why did we end up popping her balloon?
I don't know. I just had to. And like, I don't want to. I think, again, it was the same thing, kind of the age gap. I don't know if you prefer somebody older. I'm a little bit younger. However, I have experienced a lot of life for a 28-year-old, but I know that is a thing for some people, and I didn't know if it was for you. So I had to do it. I'm sorry.
That's fine. His loss.
And so you did have your balloon unpop for him. Why so?
I thought he was very handsome. The age typically don't bother me too much.
Hold on. But you know damn well you were going to ask him if he wanted kids. He was going to say yes, and you were going to pop anyways. Let's not cap, baby.
I mean, he probably gonna want some kids, but you know, it's like
Exactly.
whatever.
I told you.
I'm not gonna have his kids, but he ain't looking for nothing serious. So fun times.
Okay. Okay, and we did get a popped balloon over here.
Why did she throw
Why did we
it
end up
in?
popping our balloon?
Yeah, so I love your tattoos.
Thank you.
I love that you're in sales. I'm in sales also.
Okay.
But it is the age gap.
Totally understand. Totally understand.
Damn.
Have you dated somebody older than you before?
No. Well, by 6 months. So I don't know if that really counts, but so yes, technically, on technicality.
I don't think that really counts.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and have you dated someone younger than you?
I have, and my preference is like my age or older.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Let's back it up. So we still do have 2 unpopped balloons.
Damn.
So
Bro's got to pick between the stripper and the smoker. God, what a world to live in. Imagine this is what your choices are in the dating pool. This is hilarious.
I know you had another question brewing in your head.
Welcome
I'm
back.
gonna go ahead and have you ask these ladies.
What's up, Savage?
Oh man. Have either of you ever dated anybody with kids? Is that a deal breaker for you?
He got kids?
Yes, I've dated someone with kids. I have 2 kids of my own, so not a deal breaker.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I've dated someone with kids, and I have a kid. He's 2.
Brand
Okay.
new.
All right.
You have kids, I'm guessing, because you asked that?
I do. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old son.
Okay,
So I do have
okay.
kids. So
And they stated they
Oh, that's the perfect match. The stripper and him got 2-year-olds. They could be, you know what I mean?
both have
Stepbrother,
children. That's a deal
stepsister.
breaker for you or no?
no, absolutely not.
All right, okay. So, ladies, I'm gonna go ahead and have you guys ask him a question if you have any. I think she's already ready.
Bro's getting
Over
action,
here.
bro.
Is both your kids by the same woman?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Only question.
Do you mind dating someone that is an exotic dancer?
No, that's your thing. You gotta feed your child. You know what I mean?
Some men are insecure and they can't handle me working in the club where other men are showing me attention.
That ain't.
Yo, fuck that. Yo, listen, I'm about to be triggered. Some men being insecure, that's not a thing. That is a cope. That is a cope. Because a man who's maybe going to have fun with you, smash a little bit, he ain't going to really care about your profession being in a strip club. A man that actually is going to put his, ring on your finger, give you his last name, provide. Oh, 100%. That ain't about being insecure. That's about like, you now represent me. How I'm gonna look, everybody done going to the strip club and see my future wife's ass and everything in their face. You know what I mean? I hate when sex workers try and use that thing about men being insecure. It's not about being insecure, baby. It's about having self-respect and not tarnishing my reputation because you are a reflection of me, and vice versa. I hate that shit.
I mean,
Okay.
Any questions over here?
Where do you live?
I live here. I'm a local. I live here in Queen Creek, so not too far away. was a little bit of a hike to get here, but I'm here and I'm glad I am.
Okay.
We good, ladies? All right. So I am gonna have you pop one of their balloons.
Damn. He
Can I
gonna
ask one more question?
Go for it. Go for it.
So you fist pump. So you live here?
Yes, I
Okay.
live here.
You live here?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I live like southern Arizona, so it's a few hours away from here.
We talking Tucson?
It's more southern than there. So
Sierra
probably-
Vista?
Yeah. How you know about Sierra Vista?
Because I went to Fort Huachuca back in the day.
Okay.
So I know where that is.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. That's where I'm.
Wait,
at.
this show's in Arizona?
Uh-oh.
That's crazy.
All right. You got your question in. Who?
You know who needs to go on this show? Please, y'all, go hit up Nina. Nina was in stream not too long ago. Please go spam her ass and tell Nina she needs to go on this show for content. We need to get Nina on it because Nina lives in Arizona. She needs to go on this goddamn show.
We popping.
Oh, dang.
No.
Okay. Why do you end up popping hers?
Because he's a stripper. Let's keep it a buck, bro.
No.
Nah, keep it a buck.
There's no reason, to be honest. You're very beautiful. You're good looking. You have a great smile. I just had no choice. I had to. There was no reason, honestly.
It's okay.
Okay. All right. Let's bring you on up. Bring you on up. Okay. Any final questions between the two of you?
I don't have any.
All right. So is it going to be a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
Absolutely.
We got
Nah, there it is. So they matched. All right. I'm trying to see here of the remaining women. Let's see. Let's see who was left. You had the stripper. Kind of knew that was coming, that she wasn't going to be chose. Then you had Shorty in the end. The little Kim right here, she's fried, bro. Like she had no substance, nothing to offer. She was just there filling a spot. I don't even know why she ended up on the show. Then, like this woman right here, I thought it'd be a 50-50 chance she'd probably get chose, but once she was adamant about not having any other kids, I already knew she was gonna be on the bench. Because a younger man's gonna more than likely want a family. She's not gonna want to do it. She shouldn't be on this kind of a dating show. She has no business being on this dating show. She needs to go to like the old head bars and go find like an old head that you know what I mean, ain't gonna have no kids and is good or whatever. Because what are you doing? You're wasting everybody's time on a dating show knowing you don't want kids, and a lot of these people on these dating shows want to eventually get a family. So she shouldn't be here. And then these two women right here. Well, the one in the green, I already told y'all she wasn't gonna go anywhere because she has this faultless idea of the exact man that she wants, and she's refusing to budge to from that, and she's just gonna keep on sitting there. And I think also similar, not as bad as the woman in the green, but the woman right here with the vibrant dress. I think she's suffering from that as well. Like she's not willing to bend at all, and she wants what she wants, and she's not getting it, so she's just gonna keep on sitting on the bench as well. And it's a shame. I liked her personality. She had a very cute face, nice demeanor and everything. She probably could have picked one of those other guys. I probably had a good time, but because they want what they want and not willing to compromise on certain things, and they end up sitting on the bench waiting for something that will never come. You know what I mean? What's up, Miss K? Let's see here. Sugar baby, housewife, green card. Okay, wait. Anthony says sugar baby, housewife. Yeah, I can see that one, the second one being housewife type. She definitely got the qualities for sure. She just needs to like maybe dial it back a little bit and being a little bit more flexible with like the preferences so that she can just get herself into somebody, find the right person. Green card, that's funny. Dom daddy and baby daddy. That's what's left in that order. Bro, that's hilarious that you said that. That's hilarious. All right, let's see here. So that is what we got for today, man. We went through a lot of content. Of course, Instagram kills. Well, how long does Instagram what is up with Instagram? It keeps doing that. Like, it cuts my stream off. I don't think I violated anything. You know what I mean? I don't know what that's about. But that being said, you like the outfit he's wearing? Yeah, I thought, bro, I think all the guys around here looked well, presented themselves well. You know what I mean? So it was a good panel of guys. I think the women panel was okay. You know what I mean? So are you really ending the stream as soon? Yo, Anthony, thank you, bro. If you haven't already done so, please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, y'all. A lot of what we watched today, probably not the debate, because there wasn't a lot of commentary there. It was a lot more just us watching it together. But the dating show stuff that we just watched, I'm going to chop those up in individual segments, and that'll go up over the next few days. So stay posted to the YouTube channel. And my main streaming platform is over on kick.com/djmoondawglive. So you want to come over there. That's where we hang out after hours, get kind of crazy and wild. A lot of ladies are in the chat, like they are right now. Mad that I'm probably going to end soon. I don't know yet. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll find out. But I am going to kill the YouTube stream, y'all. So if you are still want to come through, coming over to kick.com/djmoondawglive. Definitely appreciate the love. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourself with me for tonight. And we'll be back. We'll be back soon. We'll see when we go live again. You know what I'm saying? But be on the lookout for more funny shit on the Instagram and the TikTok and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to get the Kick app again. Yeah, Lilith, bring your ass on over. I'm going to chill on Kick for a little bit longer. But on YouTube, we're going to kill the stream, y'all. So much love. Thank y'all. Coming over to kick.com/djmoondawglive, all right? Thank you. I love you. Love from Canada. Fafi, thank you. Much love.